Rapid Lube, Jimmy's Premier Buildings, Konechny Insurance, Lane, Arkansas, Lennox Industries, Max Prairie Wings, Petrus Auto Group, Pearson Company, Prairie Implement Company, Producers Rice Mill, Progressive Tractor and Implement, Ritter Communications, River Valley Tractor, Southern Bancorp, Stedman's Ace Hardware, Stuttgart Rental Properties, Stuttgart Tire Service, Techstream High-Speed Internet, The Main Hub, Urgent Care of Stuttgart, and U.S. Irrigation Distributors. Now let's go to the stadium and join the voice of Stuttgart Ricebird football on the EAB Sports Network, Lynn Keller.
From Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas, we welcome you to round one of the state high school football playoffs here in Stuttgart. Tonight, the Ricebirds will play host to the Crossett Eagles. The Stuttgart Ricebirds come into tonight's game as the number 2 seed out of the 2-4A conference, and they'll take on the number 5 seed out of the 8-4A conference, an old foe, the Crossett Eagles. We'll talk about the Crossett Eagles coming up. Brent, we had a lot of good games with them in the past, and we expect another good one here tonight. So we'll break that down, and we'll also take a look, of course, back at last week's big win for the Ricebirds over the Ball Knob Bulldogs. Hi, everyone. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Brent Whitman, and we're glad to have you join us. And I know we've got a lot of listeners going to be in the old deer woods tonight too, Brent.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you know, it finally took us 11 weeks, but we finally have football where they're here tonight. You know, it is pretty cool out there with the strong wind, and it's you know, it's going to feel like it's in the 40s tonight, and you know, we just hope that the rain holds off as long as possible.
Well, you just pulled it up. The radar shot there just a second ago before we came on the air, and we're looking at the flag here at Mosley Stadium stretched out. It's pointing to the south, which means the wind is strong out of the north, and the heavier rain that you show there is south of us. Yeah. So hopefully, as you mentioned, that might continue to kind of keep that at bay a little bit,
right,
and maybe we can get the game in, or at least most of it in tonight, with some pretty good playing conditions.
Yeah, you know, you don't want the rain, you know, to affect the game too much tonight. However, the wind will definitely be a factor. There's a strong wind out of the northeast, and it will definitely affect the kicking game.
There's no question about that. Also would affect the passing game, but Brent, the Ricebirds haven't been putting it in the air much.
No, they haven't. You know, just probably averaging 3 or 4 passes a week here the last month or so. Yeah, haven't needed to. Now, you know, sometime along in the playoffs, you're going to need to try to put the ball in the air. But, yeah, you know, we hope it's not tonight.
Absolutely. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds, they have just completed their warm-ups here on the field as they're headed back into the locker room. And we've got the Ricebird Marching Band that's making its way out for getting ready for pregame activities. And we'll get started on all that on the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show. We'll get started on that in 4 minutes.
At Southern Bancorp, we are wealth builders for everyone. We see building wealth as helping people succeed in creating strong financial futures. For some, it's having tools to build credit and buy a first home. For others, working with our award-winning SBA team to launch or grow a small business. And still others might use our unique savings plan today to save for tomorrow's dreams. Wherever you are on your wealth building journey, Southern Bancorp can help. Stop by or visit banksouthern.com to get started. Proud supporter of the Stuttgart Ricebirds. Southern Bancorp, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
Driven by our mission to deliver power you can count on, the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas go to work every single day on the X's and O's of delivering reliable and affordable electricity to our home field, Arkansas. With over 2,000 employees on our team, our game plan begins and ends with their dedication across our 17 electric distribution cooperatives that cover more than 60% of Arkansas. They are our most valuable players. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, the power to deliver, the drive to win.
At Right Fiber, we've upped the gig speed internet game. Our frontline fiber optic network leads the way for our high-performance internet packages. Talk about fast. Our game plan goes up to 1 gigabit speeds. For extra points, add in Ride Fiber TV or phone. We also go long with no hidden fees, no contracts, no data limits, and no charge for Wi-Fi or installation. The Ride Fiber team is tough to beat, but easy to join. Just call 833-717-4448 today and score with Ride Fiber.
Not many things in life are free, but Family Dental Associates in DeWitt and Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart offer free x-rays and consultations for implants. I'm Courtney Biswinger. At Family Dental in DeWitt and Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart, we are committed to providing the best full-service dental care possible for all of our patients.
I'm Dr. Holt Hester. When we say full service, that includes implants, single implants for a missing tooth, denture stabilization with implants, teeth whitening, orthodontic braces, and all other services you would expect from a family dentist.
We also offer Botox in both the Stuttgart and DeWitt locations.
Call Family Dental Associates in DeWitt at 946-4564 or Allen and Hester Dental in Stuttgart at 673-7181 to set up your appointment today.
Call us today and let our staff brighten your smile and brighten your life.
Register today for a holiday sewing or embroidery class at the French Seam in Stuttgart. Fun classes are available for all skill levels. Choose from 3 different quilts, a runaround bag, pie please pot holders, a fa la la pillow, Christmas star pillow, a free Kimberbell embroidery demo on December 15th, and more. Visit the French Seam or see their newsletter at FrenchSeam.com to view samples and dates. Sign up for holiday classes today at the French Seam at 2015 South Berkel in Stuttgart or by calling 870-673-8156.
Pearson Company in Stuttgart has been bringing you the best in pre-engineered steel buildings for many years. Offering the very latest in design engineering, your steel building is engineered and tailored to your exact specifications with the minimum amount of wasted space. Pearson Company specializes in complete turnkey projects. Pearson Company offers complete construction services from beginning to end. For your pre-engineered steel building needs, look to Pearson Company, 209 North Berkel in Stuttgart, where quality and construction go hand in hand.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show tonight from Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, Arkansas, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds will take on the Crossett Eagles in round 1 of the state playoffs. I'm Lynn Keller, sitting alongside my good friend and broadcast partner Brent Whitman. And Brent, the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Crossett Eagles have a history really that goes back a pretty good ways, but it's been a pretty good while since we played them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know, it goes all the way back, as you showed me, to 1969. However, we haven't played them since '05, so this is going to be 17 years now since we played them.
It will be. Ricebirds own the series record between the two, but it has been a very competitive series down through the years. The Ricebirds lead the series 9 wins against 7 losses, and the first 3 meetings, Brent, as we talked about, were non-conference matchups. The first 2 times they met, 69 and 70, was the first game of the year for both teams. Then the third time they met, which was in 78, was actually in the playoffs. So this will be the second time that the Ricebirds and the Eagles have met in the playoffs. Ricebirds lost that game back in 78, 7-0 to end their season. Then in 93 through 2005, as you mentioned, Brent, the Ricebirds and the Eagles were in the same conference, the old 4A Southeast Conference, and it was a very familiar conference for a lot of years there. Ricebirds, you had the Monticello Billies, you had the Whitehall Bulldogs, Crossett Eagles. Watson Chapel came and went through there a little bit, as did Hamburg was in a few years and kind of out. But it was very familiar traveling as we went south, as opposed to now we typically go north.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you know, in a couple of years from now, we could be heading south again with some of the schools moving up and down.
Yeah, exactly right. I've seen some projections, and it does look like that's a very real possibility there as they continue to adjust the classifications according to school enrollment size, and the Ricebirds are kind of right in the middle of Class 4A. Really no fear of them going up or down right now, but some of the teams we play, of course, we do see them come and go. Crossett Eagles 4-6 overall, 4-4 in the 8-4A conference. They tied with DeWitt for 4th place, but DeWitt gets the number 4 seed. Crossett gets the 5 seed on a tiebreaker because DeWitt won the game against Crossett head-to-head. They had 6 home games in Crossett, only 4 away. Kind of sounds like Lone Oak season this year, which is great this year. Going to be a little tougher next year when they go on the road. Looking at the teams that Crossett has played, they opened up with Glen Rose at home. They lost that 38-28. They lost to Magnolia 49-6. They lost to Star City 40-13. Then they won at Hamburg 13-0. They lost at Warren 41-14. Lost at DeWitt 32-22. They lost at home to McGee 34-28. And then really, Brent, their playoff season started after week 6, in my opinion, because they were really against the ropes, having only won 1 game in conference, but they really came on strong to win their final 3 games and make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, they needed 3 big wins there, and they won at Helena against Dumas, and then in the shootout against Monticello, week 10.
Yeah, we go last night.
Yeah, just to get into the playoffs, 31-24, and that game came down to the wire.
Yeah, it was. But a great 3-game winning streak for the Eagles after that 1-6 start. We're getting ready for pre-game activities here at Mosley Stadium, and we're going to step away for the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band plays the national anthem and alma mater, and we have our invocation. So we'll be back in 3 minutes on the Freemeyers Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show.
Security, safety, what are they worth to you, and most importantly, your family? Connection Insurance Services can help you with your life, health, and Medicare needs. I'm Kelsey Konechny, and we are ready to help you talk insurance. We are here to answer and assist you with all your insurance questions and needs. Call Konechny Insurance Services 673-9249 or stop by our offices at 102 West 7th Street in Stuttgart. Konechny Insurance Services, family owned and operated.
Freemeyers Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyers has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeyers has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyers, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
At River Valley Tractor, right now you can take home a Kubota L2501 DT tractor with a Kubota LA 526 FL loader, a Land Pride 5-foot rotary cutter, a 5-foot box blade, and an 18-foot trailer for $26,995. We're lucky to call the Natural State our backyard. With 7 River Valley Tractor locations, it means they're right in your backyard too. Now through December 31st, 2022. Visit rivervalleytractor.com or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Attention former Classic Cleaners customers. Atlantis Coin Laundry in Stuttgart and Southern Starch of Dumas have partnered to provide dry cleaning service to the Stuttgart area. Now you can drop off dry cleaning at Atlantis at 14th and Main in Stuttgart by noon Wednesday and pick up the following Thursday. Turnaround is 1 week. Go to southernstarch.com to see pricing and to set up a dry cleaning charge account. Atlantis will continue their wash, dry, and fold service Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Learn more about dry cleaning services by visiting southernstarch.com.
Are you tired of unreliable internet service? Are you constantly running over your data plan? You can't get service where you live? With TechStream high-speed internet, you'll get consistent high speeds and low latency that doesn't stop at city limits. TechStream high-speed internet is perfect for homes, small and large businesses, farmers, and hunting clubs. Stream every football game this fall with no interruptions. Servicing Arkansas, Lone Oak, Prairie, Jefferson, and Lincoln counties. TechStream is your locally owned and operated high-speed internet solution. Call toll-free at 866-268-0101 or visit techstream.net.
You're invited to the Get Happy Holiday Party, November 5th through November 12th at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart. Come in the week of the party to receive a limited edition holiday attachment with the purchase of a base. Plus, enjoy a 20% discount on your entire Happy Everything purchase. The Get Happy Holiday Party is November 5th through 12th at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. To shop the party by phone, call, text, or FaceTime us at 870-659-0777.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeyers Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show tonight from Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Continuing our talk about the opponent for the Ricebirds tonight, the Crossett Eagles. They were 9-4 a year ago, second in the conference. They lost in the third round of the playoffs to Arkadelphia 49-21. They graduated 14 seniors from that squad, but returned 7 starters on offense and 6 on defense. Their new coach this year, Vince Newton, takes over for Sean Jackson. At quarterback is Max Brooks. He's 5'9", 175-pound junior. He was the backup last season. Coach Newton likes his field vision, the fact he's got a good arm, and he's got 4.8 speed. In the backfield is a speedy senior, Tayshawn Pascal. He is 5'10", 175 pounds, and has 4.7 speed. Last season, he rushed for 642 yards and 8 touchdowns, earning him all-conference honors. Tayshawn Pascal's little brother, Talon, a junior, lines up at receiver. Now, he's got the height in the family at 6'2" and 165 pounds, and a little speed advantage over his older brother at 4'5" in the 40. He snagged a big touchdown pass in last year's playoff win over Ozark. He also used his height and speed along with his explosive technique to become the state champion in the long jump at 21 feet 7 inches. So no question about this, Brent, he's an athlete.
Yes, they are. Both of them are, and, we're going to be calling their names, I believe, quite a bit tonight.
I think you're right. And, of course, there's going to be a strong running 6 on both teams as Talon Pascal is number 6 for Crossett. Senior place kicker and a member of the soccer team, Christian Mondragon, is 5'11", 170 pounds. He has field goal range up to 40 yards, according to Coach Newton. Also impressive is junior nose guard Caden Moyer, 5'9", 275 pounds. He's a shot putter and a discus thrower on the track team and squats more than 350 pounds. This guy's hard to move on the line. Now, the Eagles started slow this year but managed to turn their season around at the end and go into the playoffs with some confidence. Unfortunately, Brent, the flu bug hit this week, knocking out half of their starters, forcing the Eagles to cancel practice on Monday due to low numbers. Hopefully they're all feeling better, and more importantly, I hope they're not contagious.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Ricebirds need to stay away from that bug in the event that they are victorious tonight. You know, Brent, looking at Crossett, and of course mentioned several track stats in there, Crossett is one of those teams that always has a really strong track program,
yes,
and I can remember several years they had the decathlon champion of the state.
Yeah, always some great athletes down there at Crossett, and they've had a couple good years. The last 2 years making it, I think, to the quarterfinals both year. They graduated a lot of seniors last year, and they've kind of had a problem keeping coaches down there, too. The last 5 or 6 years, 2 or 3 coaches come in, and that's always hard.
It really is. It's hard to build that consistency, and looking at that, coming out of the COVID years, and Ricebirds now with some good stability with Coach Price in here now for 7 years, and look at the huge numbers, over 100 junior high kids this year.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a good problem to have, but Coach Price has had a hard time finding jerseys and helmets.
Yes. Yeah, he rushed out of us taping the coaches show a little bit early. He said, man, I got to go find some more uniforms. So that's a great problem to have, as he's moved up 19 ninth graders from junior high that wanted to be a part of the anything they can be a part of here as the season continues into the playoffs. And you got to love that, Brent.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. You got 19 kids that want to move up, and I'm sure that some of those kids moved on to basketball, who will be playing football next year as well. But, just to give them a taste of senior high football, a taste of the playoffs, and, some of them might even play tonight.
May get an opportunity to. There's no question about that. Brent, let's take a second and look back on the big win last week over Ball Knob as the Ricebirds completed their regular season with a win, 39-13 over the Ball Knob Bulldogs. And really the Ricebirds, we went into that game, Brent, and I thought, boy, this is a trap game.
Yeah.
Because because Ball Knob has a little something to play for, even though they knew they were in the playoffs. A big win would have moved them up in seeding.
And a good defense.
Oh, yeah. And in the Ricebirds, really nothing to play for.
Right.
And senior night, a little bit of distraction there, and just thought, boy, this could be a
And the
track
game was moved up to 6 o'clock, too.
Exactly.
Kind of throws everybody off a little bit.
Exactly. And it just didn't turn out that way. The Ricebirds jumped on them early and often and took control and really just had a stellar night, Brent, and come away with a 39-13 win, led 32-0 at half, and then Johnny Howard early in the third quarter said, let's get this mercy rule thing going.
Yeah.
And he stepped in front of a James Holder pass, and he took it to the house, and the Ricebirds led at that point 39-0, had a quick second half with the mercy rule going, and Ricebirds with a big win. And the interesting thing about that, we talked about the wind tonight and the factor that it could have in passing. Passing wasn't an issue last week, was it, Brent?
No, it wasn't. One pass for Stuttgart, a 36-yard completion to Chance Rabenek, and, Ball Knob just couldn't get anything going. The quarterback was 2 for 10 for 34 yards, but this game was really over at halftime with a 32-0 lead, and Ball Knob in with 6 total yards in the first half and a lot of turnovers.
Total domination there by the Ricebirds, and really, even on top of that, Brent, Cedric Hawkins had an opportunity to kind of set out a little bit.
Yes, he did. Only 6 carries for 60 yards and 1 touchdown. He kind of came out with, I think, like a stinger, like in his elbow, but came back in later, so he should be fine. But, he could take a break, and it was Deontay Clark on the ground with 17 carries for 104, and 2 touchdowns. So, the defense and offense kind of took care of business in the first half, along with Jack Hosman and his onside kick, he recovered.
Oh, yeah.
And then he kicked the line drive right into the lineman, and the Ricebirds got it. And then, he got a field goal in there. So it was Ricebird special teams as well as the offense and defense last week.
It really was. Hey, and speaking of Jack Hosman, happy birthday. Today is his 18th birthday.
Right.
So happy birthday to Jack. And I can tell you, I hope we have many more games to watch him play, but he has been a joy to watch these last few years, Brent.
Yes, he has. He can do just a little bit of everything out there. He catches passes, he can throw passes, he kicks, he punts, he can do it all. Yeah.
And when it comes to kicking, he's so versatile. Just like you mentioned with the onside, he can line drive it. He can put it down about the 30 if you want. He can put it into the end zone. Yep. He is really, really an outstanding kicker and has been such a weapon. We use that word a lot when we talk about Jack, but he has really been a weapon for the Ricebirds these last few years. Even in junior high, there wasn't anybody that we played that had a kicker that even if they had a kicker, certainly couldn't match Jack. And happy birthday to Jack Hosman. Today is his 18th birthday. Also, today is a very special day as well. We talk about all the great sponsors that sponsor our broadcast, but really today is sponsored by all the veterans, Brent, that make the ability for us to come out here and enjoy high school football and really enjoy anything that we do at any time. It's due to the sacrifice that the veterans have made here. And on this Veterans Day, we certainly want to recognize those that are still with us and, of course, those that have passed on, the sacrifices that they've made. So we can enjoy things like high school football.
Yeah, that's right. Freedom isn't free, and somebody has to pay the cost for it, and those veterans, sign up for it, and they've done the job now for us, and hats off, and we salute all of the veterans out there.
We do. Veterans Day today, and a very special day all around the country, and we certainly honor all the veterans here tonight as the Stuttgart Ricebirds get to go out and enjoy playing high school football. The Stuttgart Ricebirds are getting ready to load into their big run-through. We are just about 5 minutes away from the kick of tonight's game. We've got the captains coming out, so let's take one more time out here on the Freemeier's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show. When we come back, we'll have your captains for tonight's game, and we'll get set for the kickoff. We're back in 2 minutes.
Like you, Stedman's Ace Hardware is passionate about their community. They support the Lions Club, Fight Like a Kid, and numerous other organizations, including youth, high school, and adult sports programs. Whether helping their neighbors or helping their customers, Stedman's Ace Hardware truly is the helpful place. Shop Weber Grills, Blackstone Griddles, Traeger Pellet Grills and Pellets, and more, and get all the help you need at Stedman's Ace Hardware, 110 South College in downtown Stuttgart. Stedman's Ace Hardware, the helpful place.
$20 an hour. You heard that right. Lennox Industries' state-of-the-art air-conditioned factory in Stuttgart, Arkansas is now offering $20 an hour starting pay, in addition to no mandatory weekend work, making it a great place to start a new and exciting career. We invite you to become a member of the strongest commercial HVAC manufacturing facility in the world. If you have manufacturing experience, a strong work record with good attendance, and are looking for a place to establish a long-term career where you can grow, then Lennox Industries in Stuttgart wants you. Lennox offers the best combination of pay and overall benefits package in the industry and has been operating in Stuttgart since 1974. If you are ready to kickstart your career and join an industry-leading company in HVAC, then visit LennoxInternational.com/careers or text MyCoolJobs to 97211.
Blue shots are available now at Urgent Care of Stuttgart for ages 6 months and up. No appointment is necessary. Simply walk in. Most major insurance providers are accepted, and you can call ahead to 672-0911 to find out if you're covered. Supplies are limited. Get your flu shot today at Urgent Care of Stuttgart. And if you start to experience a sudden onset fever, chills, aches, tiredness, a sore throat, or dry cough, visit Urgent Care for treatment without a wait. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Urgent Care of Stuttgart at 22nd and Park Avenue. Get sick, get seen today.
And we welcome you back to the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show, coming to you tonight from Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas. It's round one of the state high school football playoffs, and the Ricebirds tonight play host to an old foe, the Crossett Eagles, coming to town. And the Ricebirds will take on, coming up here in just about 2 minutes. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman, and we are glad to have you joining us tonight for the Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus Ricebird pregame show. Freemeyer's located on 2nd and Main in Stuttgart with the brands that you know and you love. And, of course, I got to tell you, right now it's what I call lazy boy season with all the great football on television. Treat yourself to a new Lazy Boy recliner, and you can get it along with a great price at Freemeyer's Best Brands Plus. Price match guarantee on everything in the store, so you don't have to worry about whether you're getting the best deal or not. You're going to get it at Freemeyer's, and then you're going to get the best service after the sale as well. Freemeyer's, located on 2nd and Main in downtown Stuttgart, sponsors of our pregame show every Friday night. Well, Brent, the Ricebirds are loading into the inflatable run-through. The band has formed a funnel. The cheerleaders are getting ready to lift that big paper run-through.
That's going to be hard to hold up tonight.
It's going to be hard to hold, and they've got the flags and all. And
oh, it broke away. The wind got it.
Time tonight. But I'm telling you, they're tenacious. They're going after it. They're going to have something for them to run through.
Yeah, they are. I think they're just going to hold it.
They are.
Yeah, because that is a strong north wind that blew it right off the pole, but they are going to hold it up.
They are. Look at this. I'm telling you, a lot of work went into this. And here come the Stuttgart Ricebirds busting through the paper run-through, following the Stuttgart flag.
And fireworks going off in the south end, just beyond the south end zone.
Fireworks sponsored by the Sarah Smith Murray, family. And Ray Gilbert is down in the south end zone, taking care of that. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds will kick to open up the game. Who are our captains for tonight's game, Brent?
All right, for the Crossett Eagles, number 0, Tayshawn Pascal. Number 1, Max Brooks. Number 22, Max Taunton. For the Ricebirds, number 6, Cedric Hawkins. Number 17, Cameron Harper. And 50, Aiden Robnett, 3 of our great seniors.
Ricebirds are going to be kicking into a stiff breeze. They will be kicking from the right to the left. Your Stuttgart Ricebirds in all maroon with white numbers. They've got a little white trim on their jerseys on the sleeves. The helmets are maroon with a white stripe down the middle that starts wide in the front to a point in the back. They've got the Flying Bird logo on the left side. They've got their jersey number on the right side. The Crossett Eagles look like the Ricebirds on the road, Brent. They've got their white pants, white jerseys, maroon numbers, maroon helmets with white stripe as well. A couple of maroon and white teams hooking it up here tonight on this Veterans Day in Stuttgart. Jack Kosman has it teed up. Now he has it teed up again, and it blows off the tee again. One more time, they'll have to have a holder out there for him.
They will.
Again, the Ricebirds using their kick formation where they've got the majority of the kick team bunched within about 10 yards of the kicker, and then they've got gunners on each end. Moves up, puts his foot into it, sails. It takes a good bounce. It's going to be fielded at the 23, back across the 30, and going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line, pile driven back.
And that was number 31, Lynn, ninth grader, J1 Terry on the tackle.
And on the return was number 30 for the Crossett Eagles.
That was Caden McCloy.
He's a junior. Crossett Eagles come to the line. They're moving from the left to the right, from the north to the south here at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. They're getting their play in from Coach Newton on the side. One wide out to the left. One back standing to the right of the quarterback. Going to hand to that back into the line, and he's going to get out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Going to be a gain of 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Tayshawn Pascal on the carry. Not much there. The Ricebirds clogged up the hole pretty quick. He's going to have 2.5. So it's going to be 2nd and a long 7 here.
Crossett Eagles out of the 8-4A conference. They play down there with, our neighbors to the south, DeWitt Dragons, McGee Owls, Hamburg Lions, Warren Lumberjacks, Star City Bulldogs, Monticello Billies.
Kind of a bad
quarterback.
snap.
Yeah, quarterback, a little mishandled there, but he maintains possession of it and gets it forward for a gain of maybe a couple. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 5 for the Crossett Eagles from their own 39-yard line. Ball's toward the center of the field. And let me tell you, their center, you're going to have a tough time moving him tonight.
Yes. He's a load.
He is a hoss. 2 wide outs to the left. Quarterback takes it. It's just going to roll to the right, trying to get the corner, and he's not going to do it. Brought down by Xavier Hobbs for the Ricebirds. And to make sure that he didn't go anywhere after that, Cade Coates was there along with number 62, Nikhil Bradley. And it's going to bring up now 4th down. And actually, it looks like a loss maybe on the play of about a half a yard. We'll say a loss of 1. It's going to bring up now 4th down and a long 5 for the Crossett Eagles, and they bring their punt team on.
Yeah, several Ricebirds out there on that play, and it is going to be a loss of about 1. And we have the first punt of the night here with the wind at their back. And
punter is number 12, Christian Mondragon. Upman is number 11, Cameron Muirhead. Oh, and a high snap, but he gets it down, puts his foot into it. It's a beautiful punt, and it's going to hit at the Ricebird 29. Take a good Crossett roll all the way down. Now a sideways roll at about the 21-yard line. That's where the Ricebirds will have it for their first possession of this ball game. They'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 21.
A good punt there, and got a pretty good roll there with the wind at his back, but the Ricebird defense comes up big and forces a 3 and out here, and they would take over at their own 21. 9:47 left in the first quarter.
Here come the Ricebirds from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Matthew Hoskin is your center, number 64. Deontay Clark is at quarterback, number 4. He's got Cedric Hawkins, number 6, standing to his right. There's 3 wide outs split to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Now he moves Hawkins to the left, takes hands off. Hawkins trying to get the corner on the right side, and he does turn the corner, gets out across the 25, out to the 27-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 6 on 1st down. It's going to bring up now 2nd down, a short 4 for the Ricebirds from their own 27-yard line.
A nice run around the right side there and a nice gain on 1st down.
just underway. 9:25 to go, opening quarter. Ricebirds' first possession of the night. They send 3 wide outs to the left, which is the wide side of the field. Ball's on the far hash mark. Sparky is going to keep it himself. He gets out across the 30, and he's got a first down for the Ricebirds. First down of the night. And the Ricebirds will have it at their own 32-yard line.
5 yards for Sparky on second down. He needed 4. He picks up 5, and the Ricebirds move the chains.
Welcome to all those listening in the Deerwoods tonight. Modern gun season starts tomorrow, and you can tell it in the stands here at Mosley Stadium.
Yeah.
Ball's on the far hash mark. Wide outs on each side. Hand to Hawkins. Hawkins coming to the near side. Cuts it right up into the line. He's at the 40. Here's a penalty marker now. He's going to have a first down, but where this flag is thrown is in the position possibly of a hold.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be coming back. Coach Price is not happy with somebody, so he probably saw it out there, and it's going to negate a nice run by Hawkins. He would have had another first down, but this is going to put the Birds way behind the chains here.
Carried it out to the 44-yard line, but they're going to mark off the penalty from the 32. So, like Brent said, this one is going to be back at the 22-yard line, and it's going to bring up first down and looks like about 20.
Yeah, first down and 20 here. So the Ricebirds are behind the sticks, not where you want to be.
It's been something, you know, Brent, we've talked about it all season long. It just continues to plague for the Ricebirds, particularly early in the ball games.
Yep, for sure.
Handoff Hawkins. He starts up the middle, and he gets a rider at about the 23-yard line, and he carries him out across the 25 out to the 26. Cedric Hawkins on the carry. He's going to have about 6, and it's going to help, let's see, set up a little shorter second down. It's going to be second down and –
second down
will be about 15 it looks like. So
yep. Ricebirds going into a stiff north wind here. They're going from the south to the north.
Ball's toward the near hash mark. Send 3 wide outs to the right. Deontay takes, hands off Hawkins. A little stutter step at 25, 30, 35. Turns the corner. He gets the first down and more as he gets into Crossett Eagle territory. First down and 10 for the Ricebirds. What a run, Seahawk.
Well, yeah, and he took a hard hit along the sidelines, Lynn. He's not moving right now.
He is down, and that is a long way from our broadcast position.
It is.
Let me get the...
Yeah, he took a hard hit. I think he kind of tried to cut it back inside there and didn't see who for the Eagles hit him, but he took a pretty hard lick.
And he is still down on the far side over there.
Now
so
it's
going to help him up.
Let's hope he just got the wind knocked out of him.
He is under his own power.
Yep.
And he makes his way back across the field, and that's a good sign there. And Cedric Hawkins sets the Ricebirds up in Crossett Eagle territory. 7:40 to go, opening quarter. First down and 10 for the Ricebirds from the Crossett Eagles, 44-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Here come the Birds. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Deontay Clark takes, fakes in the line. Is going to keep it himself. Gets the ball inside the 40-yard line. It comes out backwards, but the whistle had already blown. So it is going to 4. It looks like a gain of 4, Brent, right at the 40-yard line is where they're going to mark it.
Yep, nice gain on first down. Sparky just tried to pick his way through the middle of that Eagle defense. We have A.J. Higgins in the backfield.
Second down, 6 from the 40-yard line of the Crossett Eagles. Here come the Ricebirds. Fakes to Higgins in the line. Going to keep it himself. 35-30, 25-20. It's a foot race. Put your money on Sparky. Touchdown, Ricebirds. Deontay Clark takes it 40 yards, and the Ricebirds strike first.
40 yards. Fantastic blocking by the Ricebird line, especially on that left side. And once Sparky got outside of everybody, they weren't going to catch him. He turned on the speed, and the Ricebirds strike first here. 6:52 left in the first quarter. Jack Hosman on for the PAT.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 7-0. We're back with more Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Freemeier's Best Brands Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeier's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeier's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeier's, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds have just scored to take a 7-0 lead over the Crossett Eagles, round one of the state high school football playoffs. Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Don't forget 2 locations, 19th and Main Street for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's Petrus Auto Sales and Service. They have got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. That's Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird football. For the second time tonight, Jack Hossman is teeing it up and fighting that wind that wants to blow the ball off of the tee. I believe he's got it secured, and he's set, moves up, puts his foot into it, and this one's going to be a high end over end but short kick, taking it to 30, and there was a monster hit. And the return man gets back across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Cameron Harperlin with a hard block on one of the up men there. I don't think he saw Cameron coming, and now Cameron's coming off limping a little bit.
He may have got the worst of that contact.
You're right.
Wow, what a collision.
Yeah.
Those of you that watching on the EAB Sports Network Stuttgart Ricebird YouTube channel saw that firsthand. We understand we have a little volume problem on our live stream. We are working on that, though, I promise. Thank you for listening here on Country 97.3 FM. Here come the Crossett Eagles. First down and 10, and a whistle now before the snap. And penalty markers, and this is going to be a procedure penalty against the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, we saw several pre-snap penalties against the Ricebirds last week, 8 or 9 or so, and boy, we sure need to leave those in the regular season.
Hey, you're exactly right. It's crunch time now.
Yep.
It's win or go home time now. First down and 15 for the Crossett Eagles. 6:44 to go, opening quarter. Got the ball at their own 35-yard line.
No.
Handoff into the line, nothing doing. Wham! I'm telling you what, a collision. Demarion Manning, wow, what a hit.
Yeah, he faked the handoff to number 3 and gave it to number 0, and boy, Johnny Howard and Manning were right there on top of him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
Marking it at the 34-yard line. Second down now and 16. Really got a favorable spot, I thought, Brent, on that. Here come the Crossett Eagles with 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back standing to the right of the quarterback. Quarterback takes a snap. He's getting a little pressure, rolls to his right, looks, fires, and it's going to be picked off by the Ricebirds. Read it perfectly. Kendrick Hawkins steps right in front of the intended receiver, number 0, and he hauls it in, and the Ricebirds get the first turnover of the night.
Yeah, Lynn, and you said it, he read it perfectly. Now there's a holding call on the Eagles, but this will be declined. And yeah, Kendrick was about a step or 2 behind number 0, and boy, he read that perfectly. Stepped right in front of him, and the Ricebirds had the first turnover of the night at their own 48. Fantastic field position for their second possession.
Here come the Ricebirds, leading 7-0. Ball's on the near hash mark in front of Brenton, my broadcast position.
Cedric Hawkins back in the backfield now.
Good to see Cedric. Had the wind knocked out of him on the previous series. Takes, hands off. Hawkins looking for a little help blocking. He's picking his blockers, and he's going to get forward about a yard, and that's going to do it. Nice play defensively by number 9, Cy Dotson.
You wrapped up Cedric good there, and as you mentioned, only about a yard on that.
Ball just shy of midfield by a yard at the Ricebird 49-yard line. 5:35 to go, opening quarter. Stuttgart with a 7-0 lead. And their second possession of the night. Deontay Clark with a 40-yard touchdown run on the first possession. Deontay takes, he hands off Hawkins, looking for some room. He's got it right up the middle, 40, 35, 30. He's dodging attempted tackles. He's down to the 10. He's going to stop and adjust and gets down to the 4-yard line. Seahawk takes it all the way deep into the red zone.
43 yards for Hawkins. Went through a big hole up the middle, and then he just used his speed and kind of weaved his way down through the blockers. I thought he might make it into the end zone, but there were a couple of Eagles that had a pretty good angle on him, and they drug him down at the 4. But 43 yards for Hawkins, and the Ricebirds are knocking on the door.
First down and goal at the Crossett 4-yard line. Ball's on the far hash mark. Ricebirds break the huddle, come to the line. Wide outs on each side. Deontay Clark at quarterback. He takes a snap. He hands off. Cedric starts left and then just cuts it right back into the line. And let's say a yard maybe. It's about a half a yard gain for Cedric.
Yeah, not much there. He tried to find a hole there, but couldn't find a hole and couldn't squirt through there into the end zone.
Second down, goal to go for the Ricebirds from about the 4, just inside the Crossett 4-yard line. Deontay takes, hands off, and
flag.
Penalty marker, false start against the Ricebirds is going to back them up to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, hey, here's one of those pre-snap penalties, Lynn, that we had so many of last week. And, you know, you don't want them anywhere on the field, but you really don't want them inside the 5.
Absolutely, because it just kills your momentum for one thing. And here come the Ricebirds as they break the huddle. And from the 9-yard line, it stays second down and goal to go. Ball is on the far hash mark. Birds moving from the right to the left on your radio dial. Headed north here at Mosley Stadium. Send Hawkins in motion out of the backfield. Deontay Clark takes a snap. Looking for some blocking help around the left side, and he's diving toward the pylon. The pylon went down, but he knocked it down with his feet, and he's going to be marked out at the 1. Gain of 8, Deontay Clark.
Man, it looked like Clark was going to make it into the end zone, but he took a hard hit by, I believe that's number 23, who I don't have his name here, but he kept Sparky out of the end zone, but the Birds are inside the 1.
Third down, goal to go for the Ricebirds from the half-yard line. A.J. Higgins to the left. Going to get the call. Powers his way in. Touchdown, Ricebirds. A.J. Higgins takes it the final yard.
A.J. Higgins, 1 yard. He didn't have much room there, but he didn't need much. He just used his power to get the ball right across the goal line, and the Ricebirds have a 13-0 lead. And we're still in the first quarter, 3:28 left. Jack Hosman on again for his second PAT of the night.
Elliott Boyd is the holder. Ryan Kazire is the snapper. Good snap, good hole. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 14-0, 3:28 to go in the first quarter. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
A lot of cities claim to be unique, but are they really? Were they the off-season playground for legends like Babe Ruth and Al Capone? Do they sell beer made from thermal spring water that comes straight from the ground below? Do any of these places have a street that has a gangster museum on one side of the road and a national park on the other? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. They don't, because none of them is Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's different here. Come see why.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, site of the Round 1 state playoff action between the Stuttgart Ricebirds and the Crossett Eagles. Ricebirds with a 14-0 lead with 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman, reminding you Ricebird football powered by Petrus with 2 locations in Stuttgart. Jack Hosman kicks it off, just drills it right on the ground. It is going to be out of bounds.
It went out of bounds, but I think somebody for Crossett might have touched it.
And let's see, it's going to be at about the 37-yard line. A little sideways kick that one of the patented moves for Jack Hossman.
Yep.
He can just aim that thing in any direction, and it kind of went out of bounds, and it kind of got shielded from Brent and I's view with the team here on the near sideline. But I think you're right, Brent. I think it was touched by Crossett before it went out of bounds. Crossett comes to the line with one of the biggest lines we've seen all year long.
Absolutely.
Goodness gracious, they look like a college team. Quarterback fakes and keeps it himself around the right side, and probably wished he would have handed off. He's going to be thrown for about a 2-yard loss back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, then, you know, Crossett definitely has the size advantage on the line, but the Ricebirds have the speed and quickness advantage, and they are just getting into that Eagle backfield tonight so far.
They are eating that Crossett line up. You're right, Brent. Here come the Eagles, 2 wide outs to the right, which is the short side of the field. 1 wide out to the left, going to hand off to the back in the backfield. Sidesteps a couple of tackers, gets into the secondary, gets his bell rung, but boy, you're right, that was a nice move. Moves it all the way out to the 44-yard line. It's going to be short of a first down by about 2 yards, a long 2 yards. It's just shy of the 45-yard line, and it's going to bring up now 3rd down and a long 2 for the Eagles.
Yeah, Tayshawn Pascal takes it from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, and boy, he made a nice move right as he got into that Ricebird line and avoided the tackle, and is giving them a chance at a first down here, 3rd and 3.
Clock rolling towards 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ricebirds with a 14-0 lead over the Crossett Eagles. And coming in and stopping the clock, timeout Crossett. Coach saw something that he didn't like, wants to make sure he's got the right play. So let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
When you're looking to sell your house or find a new home, you want a name you can trust. Sandra Brothers at Brothers Realty in Stuttgart is an Arkansas County native dedicated to providing the finest real estate sales and service available. Brothers Realty guarantees you the personal and professional care you need when making such important decisions. You can trust Brothers Realty to have your best interest at heart. Call Sandra Brothers at 870-659-4218. Visit brothers-realty.com or browse listings at Brothers Realty on Facebook and Instagram.
Back at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, Crossett Eagles coming out of a timeout. Quarterback takes, hands off into the line. He's going to have a first down out to midfield and just across, and that is going to be Crossett's first down of the night. Crossett Eagles trail the Stuttgart Ricebirds 14-0 here with 1:45 to go in the first quarter.
It's 6 yards for Tayshawn Pascal, and as you mentioned, their first down of the night.
Crossett to the line in Ricebird territory for the first time as well. They've got a wide out to the left and one to the right. Quarterback takes, he hands to the back, the backfield, and once again, Demarion Manning just absolutely buries the running back in the backfield.
Well, he sure did, Lynn. He has the quickness advantage on that big center who is now losing his pants, I think, as he jogs off there. And, boy, Manning is just abusing him. He is getting in the backfield early and often tonight, and a big loss there.
Absolutely. Their center is punishing those football pants, let me tell you.
He is.
Here come the Crossett Eagles to the line, looking at 2nd down and about 14. Quarterback now whistle before the play can materialize.
False start on Crossett. It's going to back them up 5, so it's going to go from 2nd down and long to 2nd down and a little bit longer now.
Yeah, about 19 once they get it placed down at the Crossett 42-yard line with 45 seconds to go. Here in the first quarter, Stuttgart with a 14-0 lead in this first round of the state playoffs. Class 4A. Crossett Eagles sends a man in motion from the right to the left. Quarterback looks, he's going to fire it out to him on the far side, and Kendrick Hawkins is right there to bring down the ball carrier for no gain or maybe about a half a yard loss. It looks like they're not going to move the sticks. Say no gain on the play.
That was number 13 on the catch. That's Blake Burford. Yeah, Kendrick Hawkins and Cade Coates right there on top of the receiver. No gain.
Third down and long, and that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 14-0. We're back with second quarter action. In 1 minute, you're listening to Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Farmers and Merchants Bank is adding more convenient banking across Arkansas. The MVP Center in DeWitt is now open on Whitehead Drive, and there are 2 in Stuttgart, one on Maple behind the main bank, and one on the corner of North Main and Michigan. These are interactive teller machines with on-screen tellers serving you 7 to 7 Monday through Friday and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Go to mebanking.com to locate more MVP centers as you travel across the state from Jonesboro to the Bank of Fayetteville. Always finding a better way at Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
And a brighter day up ahead.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production in bushels. Contact your local Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 14-0. And on third down and 19, Crossett's quarterback, Max Brooks, rolls to the right, and the Ricebird pursuit was relentless, forcing him to throw the ball over into the sidelines, out of play, and it's going to bring up fourth down and 19 for the Eagles from their own 43-yard line.
Brooks did everything he could just to get rid of that ball because Bradley and Harper were bearing down on him hard, and he was lucky to get rid of it.
And now the punter is going to need to be lucky punting into this stiff breeze, and Cameron Harper was coming, but he was a
little bit early.
He was a little bit early, that's right.
He was. He wanted that block, but yeah, he was just a little bit early because we have a fantastic view of this right in front of our broadcast spot. So that's going to give Crossett 5 yards, but still going to be a punting situation.
It is. It's going to move the ball up to the 48-yard line. Crossett now is looking at fourth down and 13. Their punter's going to be standing back at his 36-yard line. Takes a snap, puts his foot into it, a nice spiral, and it's going to hit at the 29, and Cedric Hawkins is going to step away from it as it rolls inside the Ricebird 20 down to the 17-yard line, and that's where the Ricebirds will have it. First down and 10, their third possession here of the night. Ricebirds with a 2-touchdown lead.
Yeah, with a nice high spiral, and it kind of got held up by the wind. However, it took a fantastic Crossett Eagle roll for about another 10 yards, and the Ricebirds are going to have their worst starting field position tonight, back inside the 20.
Christian Mondragon is the punter, and he is a dandy for the Crossett Eagles. Here come the Ricebirds to the line. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Empty backfield. Got a slot on the left. They send Hawkins in motion from the right to the left. Hand to him, and no, he hands it off to Jack Hossman, who fires it out to Deontay Clark. Put it on the board. The Birds with a little trickeration. Sparky to Hossman to Sparky, and a touchdown.
Wow, what a play there, Lynn. And the Ricebirds take their first play with the wind and use it to their advantage as Cedric Hawkins was split out wide. He came in motion on a speed sweep. He took the snap, flipped it back to Hossman, coming back across the field. Clark was coming down the sidelines, and Hossman hit him right in stride. Clark put a stiff arm on one Eagle, and then there was nobody there to catch him. 83 yards.
Wow. Ricebirds on for the extra point, and it is good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds on the first play of their third possession here in the second quarter. That didn't sound right. Their third possession of the game, first of the second quarter, take it the distance, And they take a 21-0 lead. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Looking for a new job to get you where you need to be? Cross that goal line with ease by contacting Express Employment Professionals in Stuttgart. Feel like you're facing a fourth down and long in your job search? Express Employment Professionals can help you get the first down by making your job search easier with no cost to apply or find you a job. If your business is recruiting employees or hiring seasonal workers, don't throw a Hail Mary. Get with Express Employment Professionals and score like never before. Your #1 team is Express Employment Professionals, 1904 South Main, Suite 1 in Stuttgart. Call 870-672-4568 or go to expresspros.com.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Glad to have you joining us for Ricebird football here. First round of the state playoffs in Class 4A, and the Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 21-0. Jack Hossman has it teed up. He puts his foot into it, end over end, and it lands about 3 yards deep in the end zone, and this will be a touchback. Come back out to the 20 for the Crossett Eagles. Stuttgart Ricebird football powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Don't forget, Petrus sells tires at both locations, 19th and Main Street, as well as 2350 Highway 63 North. Regardless of the year, make, model of your vehicle, swing in and they'll check your tires out. And if you need new tires, they can get them for you. They'll handle your alignment and everything. Petrus, they've got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. Here come the Crossett Eagles, first down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. 11:26 to go here in the third quarter. Handoff to Isaiah Bunton, and Isaiah takes it around the right side, then cuts back into the middle, and he's got 10 yards and a first down. Move the sticks for the Crossett Eagles.
Yes, he does. Kind of a little misdirection handoff to Bunton, number 3, and he's going to take it around the right side and then cut it back up the middle. 10-yard first down.
First down and 10, just outside their own 30-yard line. Here come the Crossett Eagles. Quarterback fires out in the flats, got a man complete across the 40, and he's got another first down right at the sticks on the far sideline.
It's number 13 over there, Blake Burford. 10 yards and the first down for Crossett. 2 plays, 2 first downs here in their second possession here of the second quarter.
They send 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back standing to the right of the quarterback, and the Ricebirds jump off sides. Little anxious there, Demarion Manning.
Well, you know, he's been in that backfield.
He has been in that backfield.
He's been in there so much he was anxious to get back in there, and I think the hard count got him there, so it's going to be first down and 5.
From the Crossett 45-yard line, 11:07 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead. Crossett takes, hands off right up the middle, first down into Ricebird territory. A nice hard run by Tayshawn Pascal. And that'll move the sticks again for the Crossett Eagles.
Yeah, he's going to have about 8, and Aiden Romney got a hand on him just as he went through the line and slowed him down just a little bit and enabled the Ricebirds to get there and drag him down.
First down and 10 from the Stuttgart 47-yard line. Here come the Eagles, clad in all white with maroon numbers, maroon helmets. Ricebirds in all maroon. Send a man in motion out of the backfield, lines up wide right. Slot on the left, quarterback takes, he airs it out long, and the Ricebirds are there. Batted away, intended receiver, I believe, was number 13, Blake Burford.
Julius Gaitherlin was right there, read it well, jumped up and got a hand on it and knocked it down.
That was a nice pass against that strong wind there, too, by Brooks.
Yes, it was. 2 or 3 Eagles down there, though, in the same spot, you know, and then the Ricebird just kind of converged on it there, and Gaither made a nice play. Second down, 10.
They've got 2 wide outs to the right. Slot on the left now is going to line up wide left. That's Isaiah Bunton. One back in the backfield. Penalty marker at the snap, and the snap goes. The pass is complete on the far sideline. Let's see what the call is.
That was like 21 on the catch. That's Will Shaver.
Had a nice gain down inside the Ricebird 40, but I believe this one's going to come back.
I think it is, too.
It is illegal formation against the Crossett Eagles.
Yeah. either too many men or not enough on the line. Probably what that's going to be.
And it was seen by two officials.
Yeah.
Two of them threw their flags.
Yep.
So same foul. And this moves the ball back into Crossett territory. They'll have it 2nd down and 15 from the Eagle 48-yard line with 10-12 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 21-0 lead. Crossett to the line. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right. Single back standing to the left of the quarterback. Fakes to him, going to fire. He's got his man complete. Ricebird territory and got some running room. 40, 35. They're going to have a hard time catching him. They're not going to do it. Touchdown, Crossett.
Isaiah Button, that's number 3. It's going to be 52 yards. As he caught the little screen pass, moving back toward the middle of the field. And boy, Lynn, I tell you what, he used his speed and he outran everybody.
Isaiah Bunton, 5'9", 160-pound receiver for the Crossett Eagles, and he caught it in some pretty heavy traffic and just angled it toward the end zone, and the Ricebirds just couldn't get a good angle on him, couldn't bring him down. Mondragon on to attempt the extra point. It is up and good, and the Crossett Eagles have cut the Ricebird lead down 21-7. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Hello, this is Kevin Wingfield with Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services in Stuttgart. If you're looking to purchase or refinance farm real estate, equipment, cattle, or need capital for your crop operating expenses, we finance it all and share our profits through our patronage program. At Ag Heritage, we have friendly loan officers, competitive rates, and most of all, a lender who provides you with a financing package tailor-made to fit your individual needs. Please contact Kyle Stokeston or myself, Kevin Wingfield, in Stuttgart at 870-673-1558. Ag Heritage Farm Credit Services is an equal housing lender.
Back at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Stuttgart Ricebird football. Crossett Eagles have just scored to cut the Ricebird lead down to 21-7. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. And it's great to have you join us here for this state playoff opening round game. Crossett now set to kick to the Ricebirds. And it's going to be a short kick. It gets to the second level. It's going to be taken at that point. And
that was number 2, Quartarian Johnson.
One of the ninth graders that has moved up. 19 ninth graders have moved up for the Stuttgart Ricebirds for the remainder of the season. I hope they get to play in a lot of games here, Brent.
Yeah, Lynn, I got an update here on the score. DeWitt 12, Gravett 7.
There you go. Dragons' long trip. Maybe probably the second longest trip in the state this week anyway. Here come the Ricebirds. Handoff. Cedric Hawkins in the line. Running room. 40, 35, 30. They catch him from behind, and I believe they caught him by something they shouldn't have, because here come the Yellow Laundry. And they drag him down at the 29-yard line. Let's see what the call is.
It's going to be 26 sideline warning on Crossett.
I thought they threw it right at where he had been tackled, and I thought maybe they had a horse collar possibly, but no, and the Ricebirds will have it 1st down and 10 at the Crossett 29-yard line, 9:27 to go in the first half.
They got to hold up over his jersey there just enough to drag him down.
Birds moving from the left to the right. Handoff. Hawkins starts into the line and cuts to the left. They're going to bring him down at about the line of scrimmage. Nice play defensively by the Crossett Eagles.
It was maybe a loss of 1 there, Lynn, but Cedric is already over the 100-yard mark. 8 carries, 105 here, and we are just underway here in the second quarter. So a big first half so far for Cedric Hawkins.
No doubt about it. Here come the Ricebirds, moving from the left to the right, from the north to the south, headed towards Lenox, for those of you familiar with Mosley Stadium here in Stuttgart. Little confusion. Won't be surprised if we don't end up with a timeout. Yes, timeout. Ricebirds couldn't get the right play in, the right personnel, and Coach Price calls timeout, so let's take a quick 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM, part of the EAB Sports Network.
Sitka Gear is the name you can trust for innovation and quality in high-performance waterfowl, along with big game hunting gear. And Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart has the largest inventory and selection of Sitka in the state. All Sitka clothing right now is 25 to 40% off. So say goodbye to being wet, cold, and uncomfortable, and take that short drive to Stuttgart to visit Max Prairie Wings, or just go online to maxpw.com to take advantage of the Sitka preseason sale. Max Prairie Wings. The hunt begins here.
Back at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Ricebirds looking at 2nd down and 11 coming out of a timeout. Deontay Clark right up the middle. Touchdown, Ricebirds. It doesn't get any easier than that, Brent.
29 yards, you know, that little play fake there to Cedric Hawkins just freezes the defense just enough. It gives Sparky, you know, just a little hole, and that's all he needs. And he turned on the speed right up the middle. 29 yards, his 3rd touchdown of the night.
On to attempt the extra point, Jack Hossman. Elliott Boyd's the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. Ryan Kazire's the snapper, by the way. And the Ricebirds stretch their lead back out to 21. They lead 28-7 over the Crossett Eagles in this first round of the state playoffs here from Stuttgart. We'll keep it right here, Brent. Great answer for that Crossett touchdown, Brent.
Yeah, you know, Crossett found just a little bit of offense through the air on that last series, and, you know, finally got some points on the board. But, yeah, the Birds come and answer right back. It's been a standout game so far by the Ricebird offense, Lynn. They have taken the bit between the teeth here, and they are putting the hammer down tonight, 28 points, and we're at 8:27 left in the second quarter. And I do have a score from Lone Oak, Lynn. At the end of the first quarter, they are scoreless.
All right. Between Ashdown Panthers and the
Lone Oak.
Lone Oak Jackrabbits.
Big matchup there of 3 seeds.
Want to remind everyone the fireworks here at Mosley Stadium, sponsored by the Sarah Smith Murray family. Appreciate that so much. Jack Hossman tees it up, puts it about 3 yards deep in the end zone. Be a touchback, and the Crossett Eagles will have it 1st down and 10 at their own 20. Also want to say a special word of thanks to First Baptist Church for the pregame meal for the players, coaches, and cheerleaders today. First Baptist Church, one of several organizations around town that have done such a great job supporting the Ricebirds, feeding them every Friday, and we appreciate that so very much.
Absolutely. Every Friday night. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Crossett Eagles to the line. The Eagles look like the Ricebirds on the road. Mentioned that a little bit earlier. They're all white jerseys and white pants with maroon helmets, white markings on their helmets. Quarterback takes, hands off, coming into the line, breaking through the line, getting into the secondary, but the ball came loose. Let's see what the official says. The Ricebirds get it.
Yep.
Comes up with it. Johnny Howard, I believe, comes out of the pile with it.
That was Tayshawn Pascal in just trying to fight for some more yardage, and as he was fighting and digging there, the Ricebirds stripped the ball out, and Johnny Howard comes up with it. So the Ricebirds are back in business at the Crossett 27-yard line.
Johnny's 2nd turnover in as many weeks. He gets a pick 6 in last week's win over Ball Knob.
Sure did.
Gets a fumble recovery here. And the running back, as you mentioned, Brent, was just fighting for additional yards on there. I thought he had a nice gain. He did have a nice gain out to the 28-yard line, but the Ricebirds strip it, and Johnny Howard comes out of there with it, and the Ricebirds set up 1st down and 10 at the Crossett 28. 8:16 to go first half. Here come the Birds to the line from the far hash mark. 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Clark back to pass, looking. Now he's being chased out of the pocket, tucks it and runs. Turns the corner on the left side. He's going to take it all the way into the end zone. How about that?
27 yards, Lynn, and they have no answer for number 4, Deontay Sparky Clark tonight. It has been the Deontay Clark show. His 4th touchdown in the first half, 3 rushing, 1 receiving, and Lynn, the Ricebirds are jumping all over Crossett here, 34-7.
Here come the Ricebirds special teams. back out to attempt the extra point. Ryan Kazire's a snapper. Elliott Boyd's the holder. Jack Hossman puts his foot into it, and it's good. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 35-7. 8:06 to go in the first half. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Through November 14th, get up to a $70 Visa reward by mail-in or online rebate when you buy a set of 4 qualifying Cooper tires at Blue Seal Petroleum in DeWitt and Stuttgart. When you purchase a set of 4 new select Cooper brand tires, you could receive up to a $70 Visa reward. So go see the tire experts at Blue Seal Petroleum before November 14th. Fall savings on Cooper tires right now at Blue Seal Petroleum on South Whitehead Drive in DeWitt and South Park Avenue in Stuttgart.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart for Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. Hey, at Petrus Chevrolet on 19th and Main, you've got to go by and see the inventory of trucks. They've got them all the way to GMC Canyons and Chevy Colorados. They've got GMC Sierras and Chevy Silverados, and they've got HDs in stock along with a good selection of SUVs. Check it out. The inventory is growing daily. That's Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC, 19th and Main in Stuttgart. Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird football. Jack Hossman tees it, excuse me, Brent. Yeah. Jack Hossman tees it up, drills it once again a couple of yards deep into that maroon end zone here at Mosley Stadium. And once again, Crossett will start from their own 20-yard line.
Well, what did Coach Price say in the coaches show? When you get a team like this in the playoffs, you want to come out and get on them early. You know,
yes.
don't give them any hope, and that's exactly what the Ricebirds did here. They came out and hammered the Eagles early.
They really did, and I got to still remain impressed with the drive that the Eagles had that they scored on. Yep. But the Ricebirds have just really got the bit between their teeth here tonight. Quarterback takes, he's going to flip it out, and it's on the ground all the way back inside the 5-yard line down to the 3. It is recovered by Crossett, number 3, Isaiah Bunton. But, boy, that was ugly early and often.
Yes, it was, Lynn. You know, the Ricebirds read that play all the way. Kamarion Pickett came sprinting up from his linebacker spot on the quarterback and forced him to pitch it early. You know, when he made a bad pitch, and, boy, Crossett's backed up deep after a big loss.
Ball is down inside their 3-yard line. You know, the Ricebird defense has got to be thinking safety at this point.
Yes, yep.
Huge loss. It is going to bring up now. They've got to get all the way to the 30, so it's 27 yards to go for a first down. Crossett quarterback standing in his end zone, takes a snap, keeps it himself. He gets it out across the 5, out to about the 7-yard line. So get a little breathing room there for the Eagles. Nice play by the quarterback, Max Brooks, just to keep it over that right side, follow one of those big linemen.
Yeah, he did. He got out behind a couple of those linemen, picked up about 4 yards. So they still have second and very long to go here, but at least they're not snapping it almost in their own end zone here.
Exactly. 6:45 to go in the first half. Stuttgart with a 35-7 lead over the Crossett Eagles. Old familiar foe. We haven't seen him in quite a few years, but used to be in the same conference with the Eagles. Low snap back to the quarterback. He's dancing around, looking. He's being chased. He's deep in the end zone. Now he comes out of the end zone, looks, fires, and overthrows. Well, I'm not sure who he was throwing
number
at.
21 or 5. Michael Harris was out there and Will Shaver, but there's a flag down, and it's I believe it's going to be a holding there. As I saw one of the Ricebirds get pulled down in the line, and it's going to be, of course, declined by the Ricebirds.
I thought Xavier Hobbs had the best shot at the ball.
He did.
Just beyond his outstretched arms at about the 15-yard line.
4th and 23 now. They will be punting out of their own end zone into a stiff breeze, but two great punts tonight by their punter already.
Mondragon has been absolutely outstanding. He's standing about 7 yards deep in the end zone. Good snap, puts his foot into it, but not his best kick.
No.
It's going to hit at the 15-yard line and immediately go out of bounds. So the Ricebirds are going to have it. They're going to set it at the 16-yard line, and the Ricebirds will have it first down and 10 at the Crossett 16.
Yes, they will. Yeah, not his best effort, Lynn. He kind of shanked it in, and you you really don't want to shank it when you have about a 20-mile-an-hour wind right in your face, and that's exactly what happened. He got it up high, and then the wind took it right out of bounds.
And you know they've watched film of Cameron Harper blocking those kicks, so they're going to be a little extra nervous there. Here come the Ricebirds, 4 wide outs to the left, empty backfield. Send Hawkins in motion. Now they're going to fire toward the end zone, and broken up at the last second, intended for the Ricebirds, number 13, Ross Atkinson.
Yep.
Nice play defensively by the cornerback for Crossett to get a hand on it and knock it away.
Yeah, that was number 21 back there, Will Shaver. And a nice pass by Clark, but just a better play by Shaver.
It really was. Well defended. 2nd down and 10 for the Ricebirds from the 16 of Crossett. Sparky is going to keep it himself into the line, and nothing doing there. Line of scrimmage is about going to do it back to the 16-yard line. So very quickly it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now for the Ricebirds. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 35-7 lead over the Crossett Eagles. And the ball at the Crossett 16-yard line. Once again, Atkinson is going to be split wide to the right. Clark against the Ricebirds. He throws it. It's actually caught, but out of bounds on the far sideline. But the the flag is thrown in the air of a hold at about the 14-yard line.
Yeah, that was Chance Rabenek with the one-handed catch, but he was just a little bit out of bounds. But as you mentioned, it's probably going to come back. But what do they do here? Do they take the penalty? I doubt it. It's going to be 4th down and long. Let's see what the Ricebirds do. Kicking with the wind behind their back, probably have a Jack Hosman. Well, they're going to take the penalty.
They're going to take the penalty, so the Ricebirds will have another play.
Maybe take it back out of field goal range if the Birds don't pick up anything here.
Coach Newton, though, for the Crossett Eagles, decides to back the Ricebirds up, so they'll have it now 3rd down at the 24-yard line of Crossett. They've got to get down to the 6 for a 1st down.
Jack Hosman in there, quarterback.
Hosman fires it out, and it's going to be picked off the hands, tipped off the hands of the Ricebird receiver.
And he fumbled.
Now he fumbles it. The ball still on the ground. And it looks like the Ricebirds are going to have it back to.
Yeah.
And the Ricebirds will get a fresh set of downs out of it.
Well, let me go back and set that play up. Jack Hosman was quarterback, and he kind of bobbled the snap, which kind of threw off the timing
of the play.
But that was going to be the Hawkins hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Hook and lateral there, because Kendrick was catching it, and he was going to pitch it to Cedric, but the pass was just a little high, and then it was tipped and picked off. But, boy, and then fumbled back, so the Ricebirds have a new set of downs now.
With the Crossett Eagle that intercepted it, returned it back to the 39-yard line, and that's where he fumbled it, and the Ricebirds recover. So 1st down and 10 for the Ricebirds from the Crossett 39. Deontay Clark is your quarterback. Has Cedric Hawkins standing to his left. Hands off to Hawkins, just puts his head down into the line. About a yard's going to about do that, Brent, I believe, down to about the 38.
That was A.J. Higgins, actually.
Excuse me, that was Higgins in there.
Right up the middle, not much there, just about a yard. Giving Hawkins a little bit of a breather here.
Here come the Ricebirds to the line. Going to send 3 wide outs to the left. Hosman and Rabenek. Also Hayes out there. Hand off Higgins. Oh, and they get him around the neck. Around the neck. Looked like surely a horse collar, but no call on that. And he breaks out of that tackle attempt and gets all the way down to the 31-yard line. It's going to set up now a 3rd down and 2 for the Ricebirds.
Yeah, a nice gain of 8 after Higgins broke that attempted neck tackle there of the Eagles. Yeah, he picked up 8, so 3rd down and 2, 4 minutes, and the clock rolling here in the first half.
Ricebirds lead Crossett 35-7. Birds with the ball, 2 wide outs to the left, 2 to the right. Fake to Higgins. Deontay's going to keep it, and boy, and he gets riddled down hard at the 31-yard line. Yep. And then very nice sportsmanship move helped up there by number 22, Max Taunton, for the Crossett Eagles. But it is going to be short of a 1st down for the Ricebirds.
And here comes Jack Hosman.
Jack Hossman is going to attempt a career long.
But it does have the wind at his back, but it is kind of a cross breeze.
And it is going to be at an odd angle. He's a right foot soccer style kicker. Elliott Boyd's the holder. It's going to be put down at the 38-yard line. It's not going to make it. It's going to be short. And long field goal attempt of 48 yards falls short for Hossman. That was a wild exchange, Brent, yes, starting off with the great defense of the Ricebirds or a mishandled ball by Crossett takes it all the way back to the 3-yard line. They have to punt out of their own end zone. The Ricebirds get it at the 16-yard line. How many times have you gotten the ball at the 16-yard line and ended up with no points out of it?
Yeah, you know, and no gain really out of it either. You know, it was 3rd down and 10, and then the penalty backed us up, and I see a little bit of rain coming down in the lights now.
Yeah, it is. A little bit coming out of the north.
Kind of a light, very light, though.
Here come the Crossett Eagles, 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. In high school, the missed field goal reverts to the 20-yard line. On the carry is number 0, Tayshawn Pascal.
Looks like there's just one little bitty spot of rain coming right over Mosley Stadium now, so hopefully it won't last very long. But yeah, Brooks that time tried a little option to Pascal and nothing doing. The Ricebirds are right there, gain of 1.
2nd down and 9 for the Crossett Eagles. 2:38, clock moving, first half. Ricebirds with a 35-7 lead. Crossett now sends a receiver cluster to the near side, which is the short side of the field, sends a man in motion. Going to stack them all on this side. Now a penalty marker. The wind caught that penalty marker.
It did. It drug it way back there.
It sure did.
It's going to back up the Eagles.
Going to back them up to the 16-yard line where they're going to have it now. 2nd down and 14. Clock moving, 2:20 to go here in the first half. Cross it to the line. Same formation. And one of the guys took off early, although no call.
Screen pass.
It is. They're going to dump it right across the middle, and boy, right there for the Ricebirds to break it up, Aiden Robnett.
He was, Lynn. He saw that coming a mile away, and he was right there on Tayshawn Pascal and just batted the ball down. Fantastic play by Robnett.
3rd and 14 for the Crossett Eagles. Clock stops with the incompletion, so the Ricebirds get a stop here. Might think about using a timeout, save a little time, and of course also going to force Crossett to punt into this stiff north breeze.
Yep.
3 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. 1 wide out to the left. The quarterback, Brooks, back to pass, being chased by Cameron Harper. He rolls to his right. Now he fires. He's got a man complete at the 30. Breaks a tackle. 40 and out across the 45. Across midfield into Ricebird territory. Great job by the quarterback, Brooks, to find an open receiver, and then a great job eluding a tackle and getting some big yards for the Crossett Eagles, and a 1st down and 10 in Ricebird territory.
Yeah, nice cut back inside to avoid the Ricebird D-backs by Will Shaver in a big play.
3 wide outs to the left. 1 to the right. Ball's on the far hash mark. Crossett Eagles in all white, moving from the right to the left on your radio dial. They look to the sideline for clarification on the play from Coach Newton. Back to pass. Brooks looking, fires across the middle. Got a man and drops it. He had a man at the 43-yard line, and he just dropped it. Number 13, Blake Burford, was intended receiver.
Well, I got a scoring update from down in Warren. It's Warren 15, Blytheville 8 in the 2nd quarter.
Chickasaws came to play.
They sure did, and they had the lead last time I checked by 8-7.
Well, there you go.
And that's a long trip for them.
That is a long trip. Blytheville to Warren. Clock stopped with the incompletion. 1:24 to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 10. Back to pass, fires. Got a man wide open at the Ricebird 30-yard line. Hauls it in. Ricebirds bring him down inside the 25.
Fantastic pass there by Brooks. Hit him on the money, and, yeah, he was wide open. Julius Gaither came over and made the tackle on Blake Burford. 23-yard gain.
3 wide outs to the right, which is the short side of the field. Now a whistle. Timeout, Stuttgart. Coach Price doesn't like what's going on. He's going to call timeout. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout with him. You're listening to Stuttgart Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
I'm Rex Nelson. As a native Arkansan, I take pride in our state's natural beauty. And as someone who has been in all 75 counties, I've seen how prevalent litter is across our state. It's time for people to clean up our state for those who live here and to enhance Arkansas's image for those wanting to visit. Let's clean up Arkansas. Visit keeparkansasbeautiful.com to do your part and get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Crossett Eagles are threatening. They've got it 1st down and 10 at the Stuttgart 23-yard line with 1:08 to go here in the first half. Ricebirds with a 35-7 lead. Crossett threatening. Brooks takes, hands off, coming to the near side. Running room on the carry. Tayshawn Pascal gets inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line.
He's going to have 7. Sparky Clark on the tackle. 8 carries, 31 yards for Tayshawn Pascal.
Max Brooks is the quarterback for Crossett. In the backfield with him is Tayshawn Pascal, number 0, also number 5. Michael Harris splits out wide left. There's 3 wide outs to the right. Ball's on the near hash mark. Takes, fakes, keeps it himself, and the Ricebirds are going to bring him down, but I think we might have got a face mask in there as well, and that's going to be a automatic 1st down and a half the distance to the goal against the Ricebirds.
And it almost looked like the quarterback with the stiff arm had the face mask of one of the Ricebirds as well, but that doesn't get called.
Yeah, you're right.
At all there, and I believe that was Nikhil Bradley that just got a hand in there just a little bit.
Had him for a 4-yard loss.
Sure did, sure did. Read the play well, but just got a hand in there.
This will put it inside the 15, and they're going to set it right down to 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down and goal to go from the 10-yard line. 25 seconds to go.
Two timeouts left for Crossett.
Crossett's got 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Again, waiting for the play in from Coach Newton, and official is over visiting with the coach. And he's going to make some personnel change here as well. 1st down, goal to go for the Crossett Eagles. They're moving from the south to the north into a pretty stiff breeze here at Mosley Stadium.
Yes, they are.
Change. They've got a cluster of receivers to the right end of the line. Quarterback takes. He's going to fire toward the end zone. Tapped away and incomplete. Boy, when they tapped it away, it looked like it might either be caught or intercepted.
Yeah, there were about 3 Eagles and 2 or 3 Ricebirds down there, but it falls incomplete, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and go. Well, yeah, 2nd down and go from the 10.
18 seconds to go here in the first half. Ricebird defense would like to stiffen and hold Crossett. Because the Ricebirds will get it to start the second half. Here come the Eagles. Quarterback fires, and it is
knocked down, intercepted.
Is it picked off?
Picked off in the end zone. Picked off. Was that Kendrick Hawkins again?
I think.
I think so, man, because he came shooting out of the end zone like he was running a 100-meter dash there.
Yeah.
So, yep, Kendrick Hawkins with the second pick of the night in the end zone, and the Eagles are denied here with 13 seconds left in the first half. And, Lynn, while I have a second, I do have a quick scoring update from Lone Oak.
Good.
5:46 in the second quarter. Lone Oak leads Ashdown 14-0.
There you go. 2-4A conference doing well against the 7-4A conference opponent in the Ashdown Panthers. In this one, the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the 8-4A opponent, Crossett Eagles, Handoff into the line and straight up the middle. Cedric Hawkins gets 10 yards.
Well, I think they were going to give him about 9.
9 yards it is. They're going to set it back to the 29-yard line with 8 seconds to go. Let's see.
Stuttgart takes their, I believe that was their last time out according to the scoreboard. I just remember us taking 1 though. But I'm
took one
sure
to get the defense set down here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then Coach Price took one earlier.
Took one earlier down here. So they have just called their third and final timeout. We'll keep it right here because we're just 8 seconds to go in the half. We'll go to halftime break here in just a bit. But the Stuttgart Ricebirds, to set it up for you, lead 35-7 with 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Sorry, a little delayed on that last call, but from Brent and I's broadcast position, we couldn't see exactly who made the pick down there or if it was just an incomplete pass.
Right.
But
with the maroon jerseys in the maroon end zone, it was hard to tell.
It was kind of camoed. It sure was. Here come the Ricebirds on 2nd down and 1. More importantly, just 8 seconds to go. Since Cedric Hawkins in motion, going to hand to him a little flea flicker back. Now they're going to fire it back to Hawkins. He flipped it over to Jack Hossman and then fired it back to Cedric. And with 3 seconds to go, the Ricebirds can reach in their bag of tricks and see if they've got something else that might work.
Yeah, you know, we had Hawkins lined up out here to the near side, and, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing him, you know, just make a straight run down the field and see if he can outrun everybody and see if Clark can lay it out there for him.
Exactly. Cedric Hawkins is going to line up to the right of Deontay Clark, who's the quarterback. There's wideouts on each side. Deontay's just going to keep it over the right side. Got running room, 45. Midfield, 45, and that's going to do it. That clock goes to all zeros. He padded his stats pretty nice, though, Brent. He gets out all the way to the 45-yard line of Crossett, but time runs out, and the Ricebirds will go into the locker room with a 35-7 lead over the Crossett Eagles. We've got the Southern Bancorp halftime show coming your way as the fireworks go off in the south end zone. Ray Gilbert down there taking care of the fireworks duties. Ricebirds with a big lead here at the half. We'll have the scoring summary. Brent will have our halftime stats, and we'll try to get some sights and sounds from the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band when we get started on the Southern Bancorp halftime show in 4 minutes.
Petrus Auto Group is a proud supporter of the Stuttgart Ricebirds. This fall, while heading out to the game, arrive in style in a new truck or SUV from Petrus. Wanting a 2023? Then now's the time to stop in and place your custom order on your new vehicle. With 2 locations in Stuttgart, Petrus Auto Sales and Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC. We're proud to be your Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet Buick, and GMC dealer on the Grand Prairie.
Freemeyer's Best Friends Plus has been supporting Ricebirds athletics for 43 years in Stuttgart. We're honored to be a part of the Ricebird tradition. Freemeyer's has joined with some of the best brands in America, including Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Lazy Boy, and Sealy, to be able to supply our customers with the best values. Now Freemeyer's has gone a step further with guaranteed price matching. If you need home furnishings, make sure you check with Freemeyer's, 201 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. Best brands, best prices, best people.
A generator is one of those things you never think about until you need it. How about a hot shower? It's amazing how important the little things really are in these situations. At Durden's in Stuttgart, we like to help make the little things easier. That's why we're now your local authorized Generac dealer. And that's important too, because not all companies can sell, install, and provide warranty service on your generator, but Durden's can. Let's face it, a generator is a big investment. Keep it ready to run correctly so you're not left in the dark when the next storm or outage happens. Call us today at 673-1356 for home backup options, portable generators, and even commercial options for your business. You can also request service for your generator online at durdeninc.com/schedule. Let's skip the cold showers and save the candlelight dinners just for date night.
Durden's in Stuttgart. Guaranteed comfort since 1960.
Muck boots are ready to take on any job while keeping you protected. And you'll find original Muck boots at U.S. Irrigation Distributors in Stuttgart and DeWitt, along with comfortable, stylish, and tough Twisted X footwear. Check out these two great lines of boots and shoes, including 100% weatherproof designs today at U.S. Irrigation. Original Muck boots and Twisted X footwear. U.S. Irrigation Distributors, Highway 165 north of Stuttgart and in DeWitt at 550 Highway 165 north. Call 673-2830 or 946-4116.
Farmers and Merchants Bank is adding more convenient banking across Arkansas. The MVP Center in DeWitt is now open on Whitehead Drive, and there are two in Stuttgart, one on Maple behind the main bank and one on the corner of North Main and Michigan. These are interactive teller machines with on-screen tellers serving you 7 to 7 Monday through Friday and 9 till noon on Saturdays. Go to mebanking.com to locate more MVP centers as you travel across the state from Jonesboro to the Bank of Fayetteville. Always finding a better way at Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
And a brighter day up ahead.
Did you know since 1907, Lane, Arkansas has been providing water services to cities, industries, and farmers, not just in the Grand Prairie area, but all across the state. Lane, Arkansas provides pump sales and installation, constructs and designs water wells, and installs underground pipes. Lane, Arkansas also has an in-house machine shop prepared to service and repair all brands and sizes of pumps, gear drives, and motors, along with a complete parts department open to the public. So for all your water service needs, contact Lane, Arkansas first. Call 870-673-1591. Lane, Arkansas, a division of Lane Christensen Company.
At River Valley Tractor, right now you can take home a Kubota L2501 DT tractor with a Kubota LA 526 FL loader, a Land Pride 5-foot rotary cutter, a 5-foot box blade, and an 18-foot trailer for $26,995. We're lucky to call the natural state our backyard. With 7 River Valley Tractor locations, it means they're right in your backyard too. Now through December 31st, 2022. Visit rivervalleytractor.com or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 35-7 here at the half in the first round of the Class 4A State High School Football Playoffs. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman, and for those of you that are watching on the EAB Stuttgart Ricebirds YouTube channel, you're watching the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band as they perform here at the half. And since Crossett's band did not come tonight, the Ricebird Marching Band performs first, and we're going to catch some of the sights and sounds of the Ricebird Marching Band here for you. Good crowd on hand tonight made the trip up from Crossett. Crossett comes into tonight's game as the number 5 seed out of the 8-4A conference. Of course, the Stuttgart Ricebirds, the number 2 seed out of the 2-4A conference. And we're going to crank the volume up and let you listen to the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band. Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band. And a little sample of the Stuttgart Ricebird Marching Band and the great job that they have done all season long. And I tell you what, Brent, everywhere they go on the road, they get really great ovations from all of the visitors. Because I tell you, a lot of the schools don't have band programs quite on par with the Ricebirds.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I remember especially when we went to Harding, they played for the home side, and once they were done, they got a standing ovation from the Harding crowd.
Yeah, they really did, and very impressive. They looked great out there in their uniforms, and I was kind of wondering about their performance, Brent, as the rain started to fall in the second quarter, and they continued to stay down there, and they hung in there, and the rain has looked like it's pretty well stopped for the moment.
I went down there, at halftime, and it's a very, very light sprinkle. You can just barely feel it. It looks like it's about to stop here. So.
Well, that's great.
So we dodged a bullet, I think, on the rain tonight.
Well, absolutely, and that's a good thing as well. No, we got a lot of listeners out in the Deer Woods getting ready for modern gun season that starts in the morning. Hope everybody stays very careful there as well. And, of course, I've been hearing some shooting early in the mornings. I believe this goose hunting season as well. And let me tell you, the geese have arrived on the Grand Prairie, too. I drove to Little Rock yesterday evening right at sunset, and I'm telling you, it was a gorgeous sight looking at all the geese and ducks, a lot of ducks as well, and here on the Grand Prairie. So it is that time of the year, and of course that time of the year also means playoff football time, and we've got a good one here tonight as the Stuttgart Ricebirds entertaining the home crowd with a 35-7 lead here at the half. Let's look at how we got to the 35-7 lead. In the first quarter at the 6:52 mark, Deontay Clark goes in from 40 yards out. Hossman's PAT gives the Ricebirds a 7-0 lead at the 3:28 mark following a Kendrick Hawkins interception. A.J. Higgins caps off a drive, goes in from 1 yard out, and with the Hossman PAT, the Birds are up 14-0. Going into the second quarter, the Ricebirds make quick work of a short drive, not a short drive, but made quick work of a drive. Interesting play, Brent, and I'm going to let you kind of describe it as we had three different players involved, and one of them twice.
Yes, we did. We started out with Cedric Hawkins coming in motion, and he took the handoff on what appeared to be a speed sweep from Clark, who then handed it off back to Hosman on a reverse, who then threw it down the sidelines to Sparky Clark, who was sprinting down the sidelines. He caught it in stride and took it 83 yards for the touchdown.
And the Birds led 21-0 after Jack came back and kicked the extra point. Then Crossett gets on the board. Max Brooks to Isaiah Bunton, a 53-yard touchdown pass, catch, and run. Christian Mondragon's PAT was good, and the Crossett Eagles were on the board, trailing the Ricebirds 21-7 at the 9:47 mark. But a minute and 20 seconds later, Stuttgart's Deontay Clark goes in from 29 yards out. Hossman's PAT was good, and the Birds were back up by 3 scores, 28-7. Birds tack on another touchdown, this one from Deontay Clark at 27 yards. Hossman's PAT was good, and the Ricebirds lead here at the half, 35-7. It's the Southern Bancorp halftime show tonight from Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart. Economic opportunity means different things to different people. For some, it's starting a dream business or buying a new home, while others might need to start with some credit counseling, financial education, or maybe just a simple checking account. But whatever your needs, from banking to borrowing or simply learning, Southern Bancorp has you covered. And here in Stuttgart, they're located right over here on 22nd Street, formerly Arkansas County Bank. And for our friends in DeWitt, they're located at 220 West Cross Street as well. Southern Bancorp, and want to remind everyone they're
already know the stresses of buying new property. Trust Sandra Brothers to put your worries at ease. For dedicated personal service, call Sandra Brothers at 870.
Your company logo right there in the store on hundreds of products, including clothing and gifts, to calls, Yeti cups, even gun cases, and so much more for those truly personalized gifts. So stop in or just email custom@maxpw.com and make your purchase even that more unique. The customization station at Max Prairie Wings in Stuttgart. The hunt begins here.
The main hub on South Main in Stuttgart is the place to go for nutritious meal replacement protein shakes and delicious energy teas, including favorites like the Ricebird Stomp, the Hub, and the Bobo. Teas to go to make at home are also available. The main hub has healthy protein waffles made to order and tasty donuts in classic flavors like banana nut bread, strawberry cheesecake, and everyone's favorite, chocolate chip. Open Monday through Friday, 7.
And we welcome you back to the Southern Bancorp halftime show from Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, where the Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles by a score of 35-7 here at the half. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. One more score update from around the area here. The Hazen Hornets on the north end of Prairie County here with a 42-0 lead over Poen. And really, Brent, I got to thinking about teams from the area. You've got, of course, Stuttgart with a home game, Hazen with a home game, Carlisle with a home game, Des Arc with a home game.
Yep.
So,
Lone Oak,
and Lone Oak right down the road. So Highway 70 is well covered.
Yes, it is.
And,
yes,
and a little north of it to Des Arc and a little south of it to Stuttgart. A lot of Friday night lights here on the Grand Prairie tonight. And good news here for Ricebird fans as they've got a nice lead here at the half. Same thing for the Hazen Hornets fans, and we'll try to get an update. Of course, Lone Oak also with a nice lead, and try to get an update on Carlisle. I think Carlisle had maybe the toughest match of any of them, even though they're the number 2 seed. They Mineral Springs, I think, is who they had to take on tonight. And Mineral Springs has really been playing outstanding. So try to get an update on that as we go along as well.
One more score, Lynn, from the 2-4A. Lamar leads Riverview 19-0.
And that's so far a pretty good showing for Riverview, I think, out of that. Riverview
Lamar,
is really
you know, I think Lamar is a pretty good team.
They are. And Riverview has really struggled as of late, although that win to get them in over Heber Springs could have been a great momentum builder there as well. And, of course, it seemed like injuries have really struck every team this year, and they possibly getting some bodies back healthy there as well. Rain is still lightly falling here at Mosley Stadium. It's kind of eased up a little bit from what it was just a few minutes ago. And the Stuttgart Ricebirds have made their way out of the locker room, and they're warming up, still waiting on them to finish up their warm-up as Crossett Eagles look like they're ready to send their kick team on. I want to thank, once again, Southern Bancorp for sponsoring our halftime show here tonight, as they do every Friday night. Wealth Builders for everyone. That is Southern Bancorp. The Stuttgart Ricebird numbers, Brent, we talked about this in the pregame, added 19 ninth graders to the roster. And now that's something that typically has been done in the past, but hasn't been done recently because of the COVID. Right. To me, this is just one of the best things to move those ninth graders up as soon as that junior high season is over with. And these guys had a fabulous season as they finished 9-1 overall. Their only loss was to Morrilton, and I think Morrilton's only loss, I believe, might have been to Conway, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they won their conference as well.
So, absolutely great job by the junior high. Seventh graders, want to mention them. They went undefeated this year, so a good job by those. But letting those guys move up and become part of the program, just get them invested in it early on, I think means so much, because they are the future squad, and adding those guys out and watching them coming. I mean, it looks like a college team out there as they're coming away from their
warm-ups. We've seen, a couple of them make plays in special teams already.
Absolutely.
Tonight.
They've had a chance to get out there. And, Coach Price told me, and he didn't necessarily say this on the air, but he was pretty sure that the Ricebird junior high team would have been the number 4 seed in the senior high 2-4A conference this year.
Yeah, that's good.
And Heber Springs might have been the number 5 seed, because Heber Springs junior high team
was very good as well.
Was probably better than their senior high team. Certainly not a slam against their senior high team, but just kind of the way that it's worked out.
Yep.
We're set for second half action. The Ricebirds will receive the second half kick. Kicking off and calling for a fair catch at the 40-yard line.
That's number 24, Peyton Thompson. Big sophomore, 6'2", 220.
And Peyton Thompson has the Ricebirds set up. Good field position here. They'll have the wind at their back here in the third quarter. Birds will be starting at their own 41-yard line, leading the Crossett Eagles 35-7.
Lynn, as odd as it is here, with Cedric Hawkins with 114 yards, he's yet to get into the end zone tonight. It's been
it's been a long time since we hadn't called a Hawkins touchdown for sure. Sparky Deontay takes it, starts left, and he's going to be throttled at about the 44-yard line. Gain of a couple on the play. And he just kind of danced around there waiting for a hole to open up, and the Crossett Eagles, using some of those big bodies in there, stuffed them in those big holes and bring him down for a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 coming up for the Ricebirds. In on that last stop was Cy Dotson, number 9 for the Eagles. Ricebirds with a new quarterback out there, fires it out in the flats to Hawkins. Hawkins has got it and puts his head down at the 45, rams his way out to the 47-yard line.
That was Hayden Prine, I believe, Lynn, number 30 on the pass to Hawkins. Gain of about, I'm going to give him about 4.
All right, here comes Hayden, 9th grader at quarterback. Talked to his dad this afternoon. He said, cheer on those Ricebirds tonight. No better way to do it than have Hayden out there at quarterback. Fires out in the flats, complete to Deontay Clark. And the Ricebirds get a fresh set of downs in Crossett Eagle territory.
Nice pass from Prine right down the line there to Clark, and he picks up the first down.
Hayden is an athlete. He's my neighbor, and I tell you what, he is good at everything he does, and he helped quarterback the junior high team the last several years, 7th graders before that. Prine with 3 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left. Eagles move into the neutral zone, but make no contact, no foul. Prine takes, hands off, into the line. Cedric Hawkins twisting, turning, and churning his way down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Give him 8 yards on first down.
Yeah, fantastic move there by Hawkins, Lynn. He hit that X button on that controller. He got that little spin in there, didn't he? And boy, and picked up about 8. .10:08 left in the third quarter.
Second down 2 for the Ricebirds. Hayden Prine at quarterback. Takes, fires out in the flats, complete to Deontay Clark. Sidesteps a defender. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Hayden Prine's got a touchdown pass.
34 yards to Clark. He kind of led him just a little bit right down the line here, and Clark picked up 2 good blocks, split the blocks, and then turned on his speed and made his way into the end zone. And the Ricebirds are 1 point away, Lynn, from that that 35-point sportsmanship rule. Hayden Prine with his first Ricebird touchdown, the 9th grader.
Hossman on to attempt the extra point. Boyd's the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And crank that clock up. It's 42-7. The Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
When it comes to harvest season, you're no stranger to long hours, which is why your Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement in Stuttgart, is extending their parts and service hours to help you be ready during this crucial time of year. Trust factory-trained technicians to provide knowledgeable expertise and quick turnaround times. Ask Progressive Tractor and Implement about their next-day parts availability and count on their professionals to help ensure that your equipment stays up and running all day or all night for maximum production in bushels. Contact your local Case IH dealer, Progressive Tractor and Implement, for more information.
And we welcome you back to Stuttgart Ricebird football, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart. 2 locations and 2 different websites. Petrus Auto Sales for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Their website is petrusautosales.com. And then for Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC at the 19th and Main Street location, that's petrusgm.com. 2 locations to serve you best. Got all the brands that you know and love covered. That's Petrus Auto Sales and Petrus Chevrolet Buick GMC. Petrus, we got your transportation needs on the Grand Prairie covered. 9th grader Hayden Prine comes in and fires a 34-yard touchdown pass to Deontay Clark. Jack Hossman's PAT was good, and the Ricebirds have evoked the sportsmanship rule over the Crossett Eagles here with 9:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. Hossman kicks off end over end. It's going to be fielded at the 5, back across the 10, the 15, the 20, 25, across the 30, breaks a tackle there, and it's going to be wrestled out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. On the stop for the Ricebirds, it looks like Kamarion Pickett, yes, number 12.
Yes, it was. Number 12, Kamarion Pickett takes down number 3, Isaiah Button, drags him out of bounds just inside the 39. So we see Crossett will take over here for their first possession of the second half at 7:38 and the clock rolling, trailing 42-7.
Lots of fireworks tonight.
Boy,
fireworks were sponsored by the Sarah Smith Murray family. Handoff over the right side, running room for the Eagles. Contact made over there by number, well, I'm not sure, Brent, who made the stop. I thought it was Zacharias Jeffries, I think, number 35.
Yeah, a lot of new jerseys out there for the Ricebirds now, gain of about 13 on that play.
Yeah, that was Jeffries on there, number 35. 11th grader. Handoff into the line and
great tackle
met right there. Matthew Hoskin, also number 63 for the Ricebirds.
I think that's 50. I think that's 50. Yeah, 53. That's Trey McKinney, another one of those 9th graders in there, man. See Peyton Thompson in there at defensive end.
2nd down and 11 now for Crossett from just inside midfield on the Ricebird side. Back to pass. Brooks airs it out long, way overthrown. Good coverage by the Ricebirds back there as well.
That was Kevon Conway, number 20, and trying to get the other number. Well, if you turn around sideways, I can see that. But Kevon Conway was one there, Lena. He had outran the receiver, but the ball was well overthrown. That's number 23 there. That's Tremont White.
10th grader.
Yep, back there as well. So 3rd down and no, it's 2nd down. It should be 2nd down and 10, I believe. No, it's 3rd down.
They had lost about a half a yard on 1st down.
You're right. 3rd
Great
down.
stop by that line for the Ricebirds. Back to pass. Crossett airs it out again long, and this one's going to be picked off by the Ricebirds. Nice play defensively. Read it perfectly all the way.
Kevon Conway, number 20. Kevon Conway, he is just a 10th grader, Lynn, and we've seen him come in there late in games and play very well. A lot of speed out of Kevon, and he was right there to pick that ball off. 3rd interception tonight for Brooks.
Ricebirds will have it. 1st down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
5 minutes to go and the clock rolling in the 3rd quarter.
Number 30, Hayden Prines at quarterback. 2 wide outs to the left, hands off into the line.
That's Terry.
Running room. across the 20 out to about the 24-yard line, maybe give him the 25.
Gain of about 5. I think that's the ninth grader, Lynn, number 31.
It is, Juwan Terry.
Juwan Terry. He picked up big yardage for the ninth grade team. Every time I saw that in the paper,
yeah,
his name was always in there.
He did. You got a couple of the hosses for the junior high out there running the show here for the senior high bunch tonight here in the second half. 3 wide outs to the right, which is the wide side of the field. Snap goes past the quarterback, and let's see.
Crossett
says they have it, and the official agrees. Fumble on the play, recovered by the Crossett Eagles at the 15-yard line. So the Ricebirds get the pick, but give it back on a fumble. And Crossett will be in business, excuse me, at the Ricebird 14-yard line.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that the snap was maybe just a little bit off to the side or what, but Prine was just unable to come up with it, and Crossett was right there on it.
Here come the Eagles to the line from the far hash mark, moving from the right to the left here in the third quarter. They're headed north, handoff around the corner and into the end zone. Touchdown, Crossett.
That's number 0. That's Tayshawn Pascal. He takes it 14 yards. And Crossett is on the board here in the second half with their second touchdown of the night. 42-13. Ricebirds lead, 3:20 in the clock rolling with the mercy rule in effect. And the PAT from number 12, Christian Mondragon.
Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. And the soccer player for the Crossett Eagles puts the 14th point on the board. The Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 42-14. About 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Another way to learn more about the Arkansas Delta Byways is to visit one of the Arkansas Welcome Centers in the Delta region, with locations in Blytheville, Corning, Helena, West Helena, Lake Village, and West Memphis. You can stop by and have one of the knowledgeable travel consultants help you with a customized tour of the Arkansas Delta Byways region. Check out the special Arkansas Delta exhibits at each of the locations. Visit deltabyways.com for more great ideas.
This ad paid with state and regional funds.
Back at Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart, I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. The Crossett Eagles have just scored to close the gap. Ricebirds lead 42-14 over the Crossett Eagles. Crossett set to kick it to the Ricebirds. Mondragon puts his foot into it, a little end over ender. It's going to be taken at about the 17, back across the 20, 25, and about 27-yard line is going to do it.
That was Chance Rabinet, number 19, on the return for the Ricebirds. Takes it out to about the 30. And then I got an update from Lone Oak. It is Lone Oak 14, Ashdown 7, midway through the third quarter. And, you know, that just goes to show you what a big win that was for Stuttgart against Lone Oak, because Ashdown is a very good team.
You know, Brent, earlier in the year, they were ranked as high as second in Class 4A behind Arkadelphia.
Yeah, a lot of good athletes there in Ashdown.
Here come the Stuttgart Ricebirds, first down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Quarterback Hayden Prine takes, hands off into the line. Running room for Terry as he gets out across 25 out to the 29-yard line. It's going to be a gain of just a couple on the play. Looked like he might have a little bit more room, but again, those holes that are there get filled pretty quick by those big Crossett Eagle linemen.
They are.
Second down, 8 coming up now for the Ricebirds. Ball's in the center of the field. Birds here in the third quarter, moving from the left to the right. Got the wind at their back. 2 wide outs to the left, 1 wide out to the right.
Ricebirds are using all of that play clock with the clock rolling here. 1:20 left in the third.
Very light rain falling. Take snaps, hand off. Juwan Terry, and he's going to be met at the line, and that's going to be it. He's going to be wrestled backwards. And
a loss of a couple.
Yeah,
on the play.
It is. He didn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage.
No. Ricebirds with a lot of their reserves in there, but Crossett, not so much. I think they still have most of their starters in there.
They do. And the clock is rolling under 50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Sportsmanship rule in effect, although they're running this clock a little differently than we might have been used to in the past. After scores, they're stopping it. 3 wide outs to the right. Prine at quarterback takes, hands off. Terry into the line and still fighting and going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. Going to give him a gain maybe of a couple on the play, and it's going to bring up now 4th down for the Ricebirds, and Jack Hossman will come on to punt.
And the Ricebirds are not going to have to punt this ball before the third
unless
quarter
they'd like to with the wind.
But
they need to hurry.
Right. Maybe they will because they rushed out there.
Need to hurry. He does. He takes a snap, puts his foot into it. High knuckleball. It's going to be fielded at the 37. Back across midfield into Ricebird territory, breaking tackles, and finally brought down
by Julius Gaither.
Gaither gets him at about the Ricebird 44-yard line, and that's it. That's the end of the third quarter with your score. The Stuttgart Ricebirds 42, the Crossett Eagles 14. We're back with fourth quarter action. In 1 minute, you're listening to Ricebird football on Country 97.3 FM. We're part of the EAB Sports Network.
Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart knows you have a demanding schedule and need to make the very most of your time. Sometimes a complex world demands a simple solution. Case in point, the new Power Star tractor from New Holland. With up to 100 PTO horsepower on tap, there's virtually no job a Power Star premium utility tractor can't handle. Mow, grade, bale, stack, load. Prairie Implement Company invites you to experience the greater ease provided by 64 to 117 horsepower engines, a spacious Vision View cab, and your choice of 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. For supreme convenience, New Holland's Command Art console in each Power Star tractor puts frequently used controls in one place, increasing your productivity. Work with greater power and utility in a new Power Star tractor. Stop by Prairie Implement Company in Stuttgart today to learn more.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium in Stuttgart as we start the fourth quarter of action. 5-yard penalty against Crossett will move the ball back across, or excuse me, back to about midfield, but very quickly completion to number 3, Isaiah Bunton.
It's going to be about a 12-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Does. Fresh set of downs for the Crossett Eagles. It's the Stuttgart 34-yard line. As we get started here on the fourth quarter, sportsmanship rule in effect with the Ricebirds leading 42-14. Crossett, quarterback, back to pass, looking, airs it out long. He's got a receiver, and he goes down to make the catch inside the 5-yard line. Nice play by the receiver. Nice pass from the quarterback.
It's going to be number 3
Brooks.
On the catch. That's going to be about 30 yards.
Isaiah Bunton on the reception.
Yep.
And first down, goal to go for Crossett from the Ricebird 4. Quarterback's going to keep it, sprinting around the right side. He's going to be upended. Nice play defensively by the Ricebirds.
Yeah, Kevon Conway again making the play. He's down to about the 2, a gain of about 3, but he was held out of the end zone by Conway.
Second down, goal to go from just outside the Ricebird 2-yard line. Come the Crossett Eagles, still with all their starters in. Ricebirds with got a lot of ninth graders getting some action here tonight as well.
Yep.
Handoff into the line and into the end zone. Touchdown for Crossett. 2-yard touchdown run.
That was Tyshawn Pascal, his second touchdown of the night on a 2-yard carry. 11 carries, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns, 42-20, 9:48 left to go. And the clock stopped.
And I don't get that. Mondragon's extra point is good, and the Crossett Eagles put their 21st point on the board. The Ricebirds lead 42-21, 9:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart is proud to sponsor this broadcast of Ricebird Sports. Producers is here for you year-round, providing the hometown service you desire. Producers supports community activities and is proud to be a part of the Grand Prairie. If you're enjoying this broadcast of Ricebird Sports, let our sponsors know, because without their support, this broadcast would not be possible. Producers Rice Mill in Stuttgart, supporting the community and Ricebird Sports.
Welcome back to Mosley Stadium here in Stuttgart. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. Crossett Eagles have just scored, cut the Ricebird lead in half. It is Ricebird's lead 42-21 over Crossett. Crossett set to kick to the Ricebirds, moves up, just going to be an onside kick attempt. The Ricebirds field it at the 47-yard line. And Brent, you and I talked off the air there just a moment. Ricebirds going to put their first team back in.
And they are. Yeah, and they are. We have Peyton Thompson there with a nice recovery on the onside kick, and the Ricebirds first team offense coming back out here now. Definitely going to try to run some clock. If they put some points on the board, fantastic, but definitely need to run the clock.
You know, Brent, interestingly, Ricebirds have already scored more points in this game than they had in any game all year.
Wow. Yep.
We had not scored more than 39 prior to tonight.
Could have probably.
Could have. Oh, absolutely.
Could have in several games.
Oh, absolutely.
But have not done. A.J. Higgins on the carry.
A.J. is going to get a line of scrimmage, and that's about going to do it. He's going to get – they may be generous and give him a yard on that.
Yeah. Yep. Crossett with their starters in there, picked up a couple touchdowns. They've got a little bit of momentum, however, still trailing by 3 touchdowns, 8:40 here in the third quarter.
Deontay Clark back in at quarterback. A.J. Higgins to his left. 3 wide outs to the left, 1 to the right as the rain begins to fall a little heavier.
Yep. Ricebirds using all the time on the play clock. It's at 10. Clark waiting.
Takes a snap and keeps it, fakes to Higgins, keeps it. Now the ball's on the ground, and let's see. It looks like Crossett may have it.
They do.
Crossett gets the turnover, and they get the ball right back at their own 41-yard line. Well, they'll have it first down and 10. And Ricebirds had taken their foot off the gas and decided maybe we better get that engine started again.
That's right.
And now they've turned it over.
Yeah, Ricebirds only able to run about 1:40 or so off the clock there before the fumble. And the looks like the first team defense back out there now to try to put a stop on these Crossett Eagles.
Here come the Eagles, moving from the left to the right here. That's from the north to the south here at Mosley Stadium. The Eagles send 3 wide outs to the right. Going to hand off, double reverse. Now back to the quarterback. He's going to air it out long. Got a man, overthrows him.
Yep.
He had a step on the Ricebird defenders, but the ball just took a little too long to get there and falls incomplete. Intended receiver was number 22, Max Taunton.
Yeah, the pass kind of turned him around there a little bit and just went long because, as you mentioned, he had a couple steps.
I think the wind might have caught that thing a little bit
I think it did.
And made it go a little bit
long,
further than the quarterback intended. So second down and 10. Clock continues to move. Quarterback back to pass. Ricebirds putting on some pressure, and he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 34.
Yeah, that's going to be Nikhil Bradley back there, Aiden Robnett, Ryan Kazire back there, Cade Coates, and there's several at Ricebirds. A loss of 6 on the play.
DeMarion Manning in there as well.
Marion Manning really had a fantastic
Hadn't he, though? He has had a fabulous night.
Been in that backfield almost all night.
One of the outstanding seniors for the Ricebirds. Just joining the team this year, moving into the district. Boy, look at the pressure. Now the ball's loose, and the Ricebirds pick it up. Cameron Harper.
Cameron Harper, Lynn, kind of got blocked and rolled back there and stuck his foot out and kicked the ball out of the quarterback's hand. Wow. Kicked the ball away there. Just a fantastic heads-up play by Cameron Harper. Saw that he couldn't make the tackle, stuck his foot up there and kicked the ball out, and the Ricebirds have the ball back. With the rain coming down, a little bit harder now even.
It is.
Pretty good rain.
Coming in sheets now across and really starting to see the umbrellas showing up here. Ricebirds with the wind in their face. First down and 10.
5:43 and the clock rolling. Ricebirds with a 42-21 lead.
And the ball at the Crossett 24. Handoff. Higgins using his blockers over the right side. Powering his way. Dribbling all the way down to the 5. A.J. Higgins.
Boy, A.J. Higgins, and you said it, he was riding 2 or 3 blockers right through that hole. A nice 18-yard gain. Big play for the Birds, and they are back in business inside the 5, trying to get up their 7th touchdown of the night. 5:06 left to go, clock rolling.
First down, goal to go at the Crossett 5. Deontay Clark at quarterback.
He's going to watch the play clock run.
And goes to 18, now down to 6. We got a little problem with the clock. Handoff, Higgins using his blockers, powering his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ricebirds, A.J. Higgins.
He takes it the final 5, and that's A.J.'s second short yardage touchdown of the night. A.J. has 6 carries for 34 yards and 2 touchdowns as the Ricebirds put their 48th point on the board, with Jack Hosman on for the PAT with the wind and rain in his face. 4:24 left in the fourth quarter.
Elliott Boyd's the holder. Low snap.
Just fall on it. Yep, just fall on it.
He's just going to pick it up, and now he goes down. So that leaves your score. The Stuttgart Ricebirds 48, the Crossett Eagles 21. Back with more Stuttgart Ricebird football in 30 seconds.
You're invited to the Get Happy Holiday Party, November 5th through November 12th at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop in downtown Stuttgart. Come in the week of the party to receive a limited edition holiday attachment with the purchase of a base. Plus, enjoy a 20% discount on your entire Happy Everything purchase. The Get Happy Holiday Party is November 5th through 12th at Coker Hampton Drug Company and Gift Shop at 218 South Main in downtown Stuttgart. To shop the party by phone, call, text, or FaceTime us at 870-659-0777.
And we welcome you back to Ned Mosley Stadium on the campus of Stuttgart High School in Stuttgart, Arkansas, for first round state high school football playoff action in Class 4A. The Stuttgart Ricebirds lead the Crossett Eagles 48-21 with 4:24 to go here in the ball game. I'm Lynn Keller sitting alongside Brent Whitman. We're glad to have you joining us for Ricebird football every Friday, powered by Petrus in Stuttgart with 2 locations, 19th and Main for Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, and out across from Max Prairie Wings for Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. That's Petrus powering tonight's Ricebird broadcast. Jack Hosman drills the ball right down central, and we've got a penalty marker as one of the Ricebird special teams guys was tackled by and that's what, and they're going to call it a chop block.
Chop block, yeah.
And I believe they got Julius Gaither, if I'm not mistaken, was the Ricebird that was chop blocked out there, but they landed on top of him. Ricebirds going to keep their, for the most part, going to keep their first team defense on the field. Yeah. Crossett, after getting a couple of touchdowns, got a little momentum going, got it down to within 3 scores, and Coach Price said, well, we better get our foot back on the gas, so he did.
And the Ricebirds did.
And they did. That's exactly right. Here comes Crossett, quarterback, going to pitch it late, and starting right, now cutting back into the line, you're going to be a gain of 1. Ran about 10 yards to the right and then back to the left, but ends up with a 1-yard gain.
And Warren is in a battle against Blytheville. It was 21-20 Warren, but now Warren has since put 1 more touchdown on the board, but still just a 1-score game, 28-20, 4:27 left in the third quarter.
Wow, what a ball game. How about those Chickasaws come to play? Quarterback low snap and picks it up and hands it off and into the secondary, and a first down for the Crossett Eagles. Comes the running back, and I believe that was zero.
Zero, yeah, he's he's been their bell cow tonight. 13 carries. Going to pick up about 11 yards there. He has 72 yards and 2 touchdowns on 13 carries. That's Tayshawn Pascal.
You know, interestingly, Brent, we've not seen his little brother. He's number 6.
We have not.
And he is a real speedster.
He's not even been on the field.
No. Of course, you know, they had the flu bug.
Yeah, he could
hit
have
them, and he might be one of those that really suffered with that. Matter of fact, I understand their whole school district went to virtual learning. Yeah. Here's a pass deep downfield and incomplete, overthrows everybody. And again, Brent, I think the wind got behind and under that a little bit and stretched it out a little longer than the quarterback wanted to.
Yeah, good coverage that time by the Ricebirds. An update from Lone Oak. Ashdown has taken the lead. 3:56 left in the third, 21-14. So, boy, a fantastic game going on up there in Lone Oak.
Boy, there's been some dog fights on that field the last 3 weeks.
Yes, boy, there sure has.
Golly. Here comes Crossett. 2nd down and 10. Quarterback takes a snap, rolls to his right, got a man across the middle wide open and threw it behind him.
He sure did.
Intended receiver was number 13, Blake Burford, but falls incomplete. It's going to bring up now 3rd down and 10 for the Eagles with a minute to go.
Yeah, Landon Brooks was rolling out to the right and tried to throw back across the middle there, and just unable to connect with 13, who was Burford, who was wide open.
Want to mention the Ricebird cheerleaders with their rain gear on. It looks like new rain gear. Gray outfits, really sharp down here.
Yep. Rain still coming down a little bit here.
40 seconds to go. This one's about over. Ricebirds are going to move on. Low snap. He just leaves it on the ground. Now picks it up. He's got running room coming around the near side. 40, 45. He gets hammered at that point by number 2. Quaterion Johnson, another one of the outstanding 9th graders that's moved up. 15 seconds, clock moving. Let's see if Crossett will get another play off.
They're not going to.
They're starting to line up and said, folks, let's get out of the rain. And that is going to happen. 3, 2, 1, and that is the ball game as the Stuttgart Ricebirds will advance. They'll take on the winner of the Warren-Blytheville game that's going on right now. As Brent mentioned,
it's a battle.
It's a battle down there. It certainly is. And if the Warren Lumberjacks win, then the Ricebirds will travel to Warren. If the Blytheville Chickasaws win, they come here.
They sure do. That's right.
Stay tuned.
That's right. That's right. The Ricebirds may yet have another home game.
Yeah, well, they may very well. Stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game show that's going to be coming your way in 4 minutes. We'll have a scoring summary. Brent will have our post-game stats, and we'll try to get some scores updated from around the area. Got all that coming up for you again on the Blue Seal Petroleum post-game.